All right, welcome back everyone to another episode of Gotta Be Legend Live, Gotta Be Legend TV here on YouTube. And of course, today, right, is another episode of A Gamer's Opinion. This is episode 13. And as you see, right, in the title, today's episode is about how we think Microsoft, right, can go ahead and expect from Sony, right? How can Sony counter what Microsoft just really did, right? So, as you all may know, right, of course, Microsoft about a week and a half ago announced that they're going to be purchasing Activision Blizzard, right? And with Activision Blizzard being now part of Microsoft and Xbox, it is expected at some time in the future that these titles either may not be readily available on Sony platforms, or some sort of exclusivity may occur, right? So being that as it may, right? We need to also think, how can Sony counter this? Now, that's what today's show is about. For those of you that are aware and have been playing PlayStation titles for a long time, you may know that Sony does have a lot of titles, right, that do support online play, right, ever since the PS2 era. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how perhaps they can go ahead and counter that great large acquisition of Activision Blizzard, right? How can they go ahead and counter that, right? Because losing Activision Blizzard to Microsoft, it's monumental. Really, it's the biggest transaction in gaming as far as I can tell. So with that happening, right, what can Sony do, right, to not lose people to the other platform, right? How do they entice their users to stay there? And that's what we're going to discuss. So we're going to go ahead and link up with Sephra. All right, Sephra, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
What's up, bro? How's everything been?
Everything's going pretty good so far. Just the weather's annoying, that kind of stuff, the usual. But
Yeah, yeah. I hear it's snowing out there, right?
yep. It's not too bad though. I think it was like 4 inches, about maybe five.
Hey, man,
Not
but
too bad.
it's still a pain in the ass. You got to shovel and everything, and with your
Yeah,
car and all of that stuff, you don't want it to get icy and everything, right?
yeah. I think it's gonna snow again. I think around nighttime it's gonna do it again, I believe. So they already told us that we need to move our vehicles, and that's so they can plow. And we're playing like basically a parking slot, musical chairs, basically.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. But anybody that's out there, right, being affected by this nor'easter, just be safe out there, stay warm and prepare, right? But I was telling everybody that's tuning in, today's topic, right, is about how Sony can counter what Microsoft did, right? Microsoft, as everyone knows, a week and a half ago acquired Activision Blizzard, right, and that's going to have a major effect, right? Especially since Call of Duty, right, year after year is the number one selling title on the PlayStation platform. And how, of course, when it comes to PlayStation, their first party titles, they don't release yearly, right? They release every 3 or 4 years. So if you happen to lose a title that gives users, or your users invest in, right, and purchase, say Call of Duty sold 30 million, right? Let's say it sold 30 million, this last one. You can say maybe half of them, or maybe even more than half, maybe 20 million, bought it on the PlayStation, right? So obviously there's not enough PlayStation 5s out there, but that is a cross-platform title, so just keep that in mind. But with the install base that PlayStation has, if Microsoft were to decide at some point in time in the future to remove Call of Duty from the PlayStation platform and make it exclusive, or put it on Game Pass and make it part of that, which would definitely be a lot cheaper than having to buy it every year for $70. How does PlayStation counter that, right? How does PlayStation counter what Microsoft did? And I thought about this, a few days ago, and I let you know, there's definitely a lot of titles that PlayStation has in their library, right? That do support online play. Now, granted, they're not on the level of Call of Duty, but then again, we're not expecting them to be, right? We just think that these are titles that may entice players to stay on their console, on their platform, maybe for a longer period of time. And that's not going to say that they're going to take people away from Call of Duty, but it would be much worse to not have anything, right? And then everybody just goes over to the Xbox. But if you happen to have, say, Last of Us online or an Uncharted online, then you might sway some people over to your side. In the meantime, what do you think, Seth? Because we're going to talk about this, briefly, and then I'll play some God of War on PC, right? That came out a few weeks ago, and then we'll talk about other things too, like crypto and all sorts of different things. But what do you think of Sony possibly going that route?
Yeah, I can see them. They definitely need to do something to recover because they have to please their audience, right? They have to please their audience, their shareholders, everybody. Well, else, they won't have a leg to stand on. So, mm, for Xbox, I can definitely see them trying to kind of do. Remember that how Sony was trying to mess with Destiny in the beginning, and they'll get first dips, and then you have to wait like a month or two, and then it'll come out for Xbox.
Right.
I can see Xbox doing the same thing. I think most of these Call of Duty games or whatever, they're gonna definitely gonna get exclusive stuff.
Mm.
They're gonna, either from, who knows, it might be guns, skins, who knows what, or just the game will just come out like months earlier than PlayStation and stuff. So I could see them doing that to entice people to, jump over and get on the Xbox bandwagon. So if Sony doesn't figure this out, eventually in the long term, it was going to bite them in the butt financially. So,
Right.
but you know, mm,
Right. There has to be something to entice people to go from one side to the next, right? And, of course, like we said, Call of Duty is a franchise that, can sell up to 20 million, 30 million copies each year, right? Because it has been a yearly release for the last few years. Probably since, Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare on the PS3 and the 360, right? So that's like 2004, probably 2000. No, I'm sorry, that's 2006, I think, 2007. So we're talking about maybe 15, 16 years. It's been like that almost every year. So, say every year you release a title and that's 30 million sold overall, and then maybe half of that or two-thirds of that is on the PlayStation, you know, that's a lot of people, man. And that also drives consoles, that also drives accessories, right? Because, you want people to buy the headsets or get another controller just for it, or maybe get a scuff controller. It's a lot of things. It's not just consoles, right? Also the gaming chairs. How everybody likes to say that the guy is so good because he has a nice gaming chair, right? So, things like that. All of those things, mix in. So, you know, Sony potentially losing that, or at least, being left behind on some content is huge, right? Because as Seth was saying, what happened with Destiny. I remember, with the first Destiny, Sony had exclusive rights, and they got it for a whole year. And if you were playing Destiny, it really made no sense to play it on Xbox because you're gonna get everything a year behind, while everybody else that you probably know or everybody else that's playing it already has all the items and everything. So, especially if you're trying to be a content creator, for example, right? If you're a streamer or somebody that makes content, then it makes no sense because, why would you want to play it on the Xbox to release content a year later after, all the views have been gained, right? You're way behind the eight ball. So yeah, I agree. I think that it's very real possibility that some aspects of Call of Duty will be exclusive, like you said, right? With guns and skins. Maybe the game gets released, like the main game, right? Gets released maybe 2 weeks ahead of time on Game Pass, and then maybe in the future, right, with Warzone content, right? Because I did hear there was a rumor stating that they will be making a Warzone 2.0. Right, this iteration of Warzone will reach an end soon. I mean, it does make sense because it is still on last generation consoles, so it's kind of gonna go the route of what happened with Destiny and what happened with GTA. Right, when the new generation came, they still kind of supported it, but when it was time to go and take the next step, for example, with Destiny, they said that the engine, they had to make changes and they couldn't expand the game the way they wanted, so they had to remove the previous generation. The same thing happened with GTA. Remember, that's why they went ahead and put out GTA Online really on the PS4, right? Even though it was planned for the PS3 and the 360, when the Xbox One and the PS4 came out, that's when they really implemented those ideas, right? Because they try to say, well, the engine and the specs of these consoles, right, it's not going to be able to really perform the way we want it to. So if they happen to want to make changes for Warzone, I can definitely see that happening, right? So that's huge, right? Because Warzone makes about a little over $1 million a day. So I can agree. I can agree with you on that. So we're just gonna go over a list, right, Seth, of different titles, right? As you see on screen, guys, these are right now the 12 best PlayStation franchises, right? And these, for the most part, right, are all first party. So as you may see in the thumbnail, right, on the thumbnail for today's stream, we have Uncharted, we have The Last of Us, we have Ghosts of Tsushima, we have Days Gone, and we have SOCOM. Now, these are first party titles, right, that do have online play. So, with regards to Gran Turismo, which is also on there, Gran Turismo is the number one selling franchise in PlayStation history. Now, some people may say that's niche, but 80 million copies sold worldwide throughout its history. It's been around for a little over 20 years, maybe about 22, 23 years. So, making a GTA free to play online would be huge. What do you think, bro? Do you agree?
I think so. Yeah. You're. I mean, I kind of think GTA should have been free a long time, especially with those prices they have for their shark cards and all that stuff.
Well, no, not GTA, Gran Turismo.
Oh, I thought you said GTA. I was like GTA.
No, no,
Yeah,
Gran
yeah,
Turismo,
yeah.
yeah, because it has to be
Mm-hmm.
first party, right? Because like you know how
Mm-hmm.
Xbox did it with Halo, right? It's a first party title, so they
Yep.
can do that, right? Free to play multiplayer if they want to, and if they add battle royale, it doesn't matter, right? Because they own it.
Mm-hmm.
So the number one selling franchise on PlayStation is Gran Turismo. So
Mm-hmm.
Sony, I believe they did do that once, if I remember correctly. But they really, I believe that with the install base and of course with the popularity of Gran Turismo, it also being, I think, an Olympic sport. um what do you think? Do you think Sony should make a Gran Turismo free to play title, multiplayer, and then charge for for the cars, and then charge for different decals? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. They can go with that route, especially. I mean, they have so many cards. I mean, I forgot the last one that I played, but it was on PC, and man, they had. I remember they had a ton of vehicles. I haven't played any of the new ones though, but I mean, the amount of vehicles they have. I mean, they can definitely sell each one independently and make it free to play. But some people don't like that because they want the whole package. That then comes that argument, right? Oh, but
Hmm.
I paid for it. I get all these things. But I mean, if you get it free to play, you can enjoy like whatever cars they have now, and then I don't know, they can probably like nickel and dime folks on, like you said, decal, maybe body kits, or which I don't think they really do, but stuff like that, decals, pictures, colors, driver's uniform.
Hmm.
You know,
Now, you know I think that doing this would be successful for them, right? Because Gran Turismo is overall a console seller, right? People will buy the console and not play anything else other than Gran Turismo. There's people out there that's all they do. They just play Gran Turismo. So I think it would definitely help sell some consoles, especially if it were to go free to play. And then with the multiplayer aspect, you have Forza, right? For example, and Forza is on Game Pass. And when Forza came out, it was pretty popular. I think for the first few weeks. I mean, it did come out a few weeks before Halo, so that definitely had its effect on it. But it did do its numbers, right? Obviously, not on the level of Gran Turismo overall, right, in terms of history, but it did do well. But a Gran Turismo free to play online, supported by, what is it, Polyphony Digital, I think it's called, and supported by Sony, I think it would do really well, really, really well. Um, it might be it could be the next big thing, honestly, right? Because you have games like Fortnite, which are super popular and they're free to play, right? And they're like the standard of that sort of genre, right? Battle Royale. When it comes to racing games, most people do think Gran Turismo, right? They'll also think Need for Speed, but in terms of simulation, it's Gran Turismo. It always has been. It's been like that for many years. So making a Gran Turismo free to play would be huge. I think this is something that Sony, definitely should consider now. In regards to what you were saying before, right, with GTA, although GTA, right, isn't first party, um, I do agree that they should at least try to figure out a way to make it free to play on the PlayStation platform, especially since PlayStation has that deal with Rockstar, right? You know, where if you log in, once a month, you'll get, free thousand GTA money, right? So do you think that Rockstar would be willing to do that? I know that they did that with Red Dead, right? Red Dead Online was free. What do you think? And by the way, Red Dead Online is dead, right? It's been announced to be dead. I believe you're the one that gave me the news, right?
Pretty much, I think the player dropped pretty bad, and there was a couple of videos that I was watching, and they were showing gameplay, and it was empty, nothing there. The only way they could people who was enjoying it is they had their friends with them, and that's about it.
Right,
I mean,
right.
pretty much. But for GTA, yeah, I do. Man, they should have. I think the way they're doing the game already, you know how they're selling all this stuff and introducing these cars and many most of these vehicles that they are selling, they're not that great. I mean, it's like for me, for instance, like I'm not a griefer or anything in that game, but I used to, I guess you can say, acquire the military one, to take a shot or a rocket because most of the time when you go to a lobby, somebody's gonna hit you with a rocket or
Right.
try to blow you up. You know what I mean? So most of this junk that they sell to people, to look cool or maybe to role play, I guess, costs a lot. I mean, it's not like back then when you buy the highest shark card for like what was it, like 8 million, and you can get yourself a an adder or whatever, right? I think at the time that was like the coolest car, right? The adder, because it's like the Bugatti in the
Hmm.
game, but not that's garbage now. I mean, it's useless with all the new stuff they have. But I think the way how they're trying to make people, because that's what they're making you spend to this direction. But then I guess if you, I don't know, you feel like an entrepreneur in the game or whatever, you want to buy like this new SUV they released. I forgot what it was called, but it looks like a Lincoln. Yeah, it's some dumb SUV. There's nothing special about it, but they put it on their feed. I think
Uh-huh.
this week, and I don't know how much it costs, but I bet it costs a lot, or maybe mid a lot, like right in the middle. But it's useless because the moment you take that guy out, the moment you start driving that vehicle, you're gonna get wrecked. So anyway, the way how the whole model they have going on, I think they should make the game free to play, and you buy your shark card if you're really into that, and or like I'm not condoning this, but clinch your money if they still do that. I don't know if they still
Hmm.
do that. If they do, whatever, and then get the vehicle you want. Most likely it's gonna be like a some military shit.
Now, being that Sony has already had deals with Rockstar, do you think Rockstar would want to do that and maybe work out some sort of exclusive deal with Sony again for that, or what do you think? Because this is about Sony wanting to keep people on their platform, right? Since obviously once the deal kicks in with Activision for Microsoft, right, and after the Sony deal that they signed in 2020, which is scheduled to end around 2025. Once that's over, you know, do you think? Well, that's if Rockstar doesn't get bought out. Remember, that's Take Two,
Right,
right?
right. If they don't get bought out, everything should be all right. But I mean, the only thing I can see is happening is I know they're doing an enhanced edition. I don't know when is that coming out for the online.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Uh,
I think it's probably gonna be maybe this year.
yeah, but yeah, it will make sense sometime this year. And I don't know. Something tells me that thing's gonna come off of PS for the PlayStation first, for maybe for I don't know, maybe a week or 2 weeks
Hmm.
early. I think. I don't know what. I don't know. I have that hunch. I think they're gonna do that. They're gonna pull that strategy, I guess. But for Sony will probably have to negotiate pretty hard with them because Rockstar. I mean, some people give them praise and all that, man.
Right.
I don't know. I think Ross is pretty greedy as a company. I mean, companies want to make money, but I think they just kind of go overboard. They want to keep milking that cow pretty hard, really aggressively, and I think Sony will actually have to pay, I think, a pretty penny to keep them on the Sony playing field versus Xbox. I mean, Xbox just come out of nowhere, and just you know throw a big lumps of money, and well, there goes Rockstar, sayonara, see ya, and they just go over their side and then start giving them nice, pretty perks. Who
Right.
knows? An exclusive Xbox car, some green shit with an X on it.
Do you think? I mean, do you think that that's something that also Microsoft is definitely considering trying to get Take Two, so that way yeah, they may still have EA games, right? On PlayStation, things like that. There's no exclusivity on that, if I'm not mistaken. But do you think Microsoft would want to just take that from Sony, right? Take away Take Two. That way, they take away 2K, NBA 2K, and that way they also take away Rockstar's development. What do you
Would it?
think?
It would be a power. Yeah, it would definitely be a power play because I mean, look how much online GTA Online makes alone. I mean, freaking Microsoft would be swimming in even more cash, like with the how profitable GTA Online is. So it would definitely be a right move if Xbox. I mean, if Microsoft goes ahead and just pulls the plug on that and just keep it for themselves and leave just cut the middleman out. Why would I want to deal with PlayStation maybe getting first dip? Just buy them outright and go big or go home.
Hmm. Right. Yeah. I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, obviously, nothing has been announced yet with regards to that. We don't know, but that definitely would be a power play. Definitely would be a power play for Sony, right, and also for Microsoft, right, depending on which way they want to go, right. We really just don't know, right. We really don't know what's going to happen, but what we do know is that whoever happens to take that would probably deal a death blow to whoever is their competitor, right. Now, with regards to other titles, right, other titles um, that are first party, right, that are first party, and that also have online, right. Uncharted, right. Uncharted is a very popular series. Uncharted, I believe Uncharted 3. I don't remember if it was Uncharted 2 as well, but I know Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 4, I believe, had online. And a lot of people happen to like it, right? I tried it, I really didn't like it, but it's not about what I like, it's about what Sony can offer to keep people playing. Now, if Sony decided to go ahead and put out a free to play multiplayer standalone of Uncharted, I mean, Uncharted 4 sold over 15 million copies, right? Now, online, maybe a third of that would play. I don't think a third of it will be active, but I think at least a third of it may check it out. Maybe half of that would check it out. Maybe even all, maybe even 12 million or something. If it's over 15 million, a third of that is 5 million, right? So I think a title like that, a franchise like that, going free to play multiplayer could also reinvigorate that franchise because as we all know, the Drake storyline is over, right? As far as we know. So if we introduce or reintroduce all these characters through multiplayer, right, online multiplayer free to play, and it reinvigorates the franchise and perhaps gets everybody prepared for the next installment if there happens to be one, right? Which people speculate would probably be, his daughter, right? So that's something that could happen. I think if I were Sony, those are two titles right there that I would consider. GT, right? Gran Turismo, number one selling franchise in PlayStation history, is almost a no brainer to make it free to play online, right? And offer all these different tournaments and circuits, right? So people can race each other all over the world. And then a shooter, right? That's also very popular. That was very popular. Uncharted, right? I think that's something that I would definitely consider, right? Because as you see on the screen, you know, Lifetime, it's sold 44 million copies, and Uncharted 4 alone sold 15. So that's about a third, right? About because it's over 15, they said. So it's little less than it's probably little less than a third, maybe about 1.25, right? Not a half of it, but you know maybe one in what one in not even a third, like 1.25, right? 1.27, something like that, right? I think doing that, if I'm Sony, makes a lot of sense, right? You need to go and use these characters and these worlds that you have to go ahead and try to implement that online. And if you do that, right, then you have a racer, and then you have a third person shooter, right? What do you think? Do you think Sony also going with Uncharted to make it free to play based on the numbers, right? 44 overall as a franchise and over 15 million in the last installment. What do you think? You think that would make sense for them to do?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could, and not only that, it's gonna get a hype because remember they're also working on a movie of Uncharted as well, right? With that
Hmm.
Spider-Man kid, whatever his name is, Holland, whatever, Tom
Tom
Holland.
Holland, yeah, Tom Holland.
So I mean, it's gonna get hype, and so they're gonna need to strategize how to pull Uncharted, like you said, give it online play and stuff. But I was just thinking also what probably might help them is if somehow they can figure out how to allow outside developers to make games and have it like somewhere kind of like Steam has in a way,
Right.
you know, and allow other outside like kind of like PlayStation will try to mimic what Steam does, and then have other outsiders come in and they pay whatever royalties to Sony for whatever to put their games up there, make it much easier instead of having. I mean they kind of already have that in a way, but I don't know. Like I don't. Some of the games that they have on there kind of suck. I think like there's those unknown titles or whatever. But I think if they allow like I don't know, maybe they need to check like have someone check their games or something. Because I don't know if you played any of those other ones. You know how they have these random titles in there floating around, and some folks will try to hype them up, but they're usually dead in the water right the day they get released. So maybe something like that. I don't know. Maybe more maybe some sort of open source thing or something to allow
Hmm.
like other folks to create something or develop something without going through all the legal stuff. Maybe I don't know something, man. But but yeah, back to Uncharted. Yeah, I think that online, like you said earlier, I knew some people that play that religiously. The online part. I knew this one chick that was her game, man.
Yeah, they
She
love that shit. Fucking
they
love
loved
it.
it. Yeah, they were so hyped about it, and I was in the same boat as you. Like I tried it, I wasn't really feeling it. I don't know. I just didn't something about it. I just didn't like. I don't know what it was, but I wasn't really feeling it. But man, this other person, they loved it, man. Every day in the morning, hey, you gonna get on it? Like no, and they would just try to try to own it. They were good at it. They were good. They were good at it. I forgot what gun they used. They were using a handgun. I forgot which one. I think it
Yeah, I
wasn't the Desert
remember.
Eagle. Some other shit. But yeah.
Yeah, people, they really, really like that game, man. And I think some people even still play Uncharted 4 online. I'm not sure if it's still up, but I believe it is, and I think that they still play it to this day. That's how popular it is. It's very niche, right? Don't get me wrong. It's still, very, very niche. But yeah, man, if you have people still playing that game, how many years? Fucking like what, 4 years after it came out? That's pretty big, man. You know, and being that the story's over and now that PS5 is out, people are still playing that. Yeah, I'm probably sure that people that don't have a PS5 that aren't able to get one, that's keeping them busy, right? And that's a good thing, right? Because those are numbers now. Right? You're not looking at it as sales. You're looking at it as numbers. You're looking at it as engagement, right? And that's the time we're in, right? That's why you have free to play. It's free to play doesn't necessarily gauge how much money they may make off of microtransactions, but also the engagement, right? How many people do we have playing, right? How many people are having to pay, maybe for the console or even maybe to play for PS Plus? What if you happen to own, okay, put it this way. What if they make a free to play title for PS Plus members, right? Obviously, you're going to have PS Plus to play all these other games, right? Because you need it. And because you have it, we're going to make this available to you for free, right? I mean, that also entices people to keep, PS Plus, right? Because now you have all your favorite games and all these other popular games that have multiplayer also on there, right? So I think the goal is not to make it like, okay, you have to have PS Plus to play this, but more so like how PS Plus always has their games, their free games every month, but instead of making it every month, it's just like, here, an add-on, like, here, free, go play this. You don't need it. You don't need it, right? You don't need PS Plus to play it, but maybe give them like some bonuses or something. Like, hey, every time, as long as you have PS Plus, every month you'll get you know X amount of game cash to go buy a skin or something, and entices people to do that. It's an incentive, So I think something like that would be really helpful for them, right? Because right now the way things are looking, it looks like Microsoft is setting itself up, to be able to hit Sony from every direction. We have the game, then we have exclusivity, then we have microtransactions that we can jump on. It is a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff. So I don't know. I think that's something that I would consider doing if it was up to me. But
Right.
what do you think? Do you think that they could probably do something like that?
Yeah, I can see that, and also, I think they, man, if I don't remember all the what do you call it, the timeline that they were going to release. I mean, I think they just recently. I think the only thing, I guess, hot you can say that Sony just released was those face plates, right? And they made a
Right.
black one finally.
Right.
Right. I mean, that's I don't know. To me, that's nothing. But some people think it's like fire and stuff. Like, oh man, but I know one thing is that the PlayStation 5, the shortage that they have, is going to be a lot worse in 2022. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to get still going to be harder to find, unless you know somebody, or you're just going to buy it from a reseller and stuff. Um, I think that Sony definitely has to. I don't know. They need to step up somehow. I mean, right? I mean, what do they have? What, God of War, the Horizon, like we talked last time, the Horizon game, right?
Yeah, like out of the heavy
Um,
hitters this year,
yeah,
that's all they have really.
yeah. I mean, they have some niche games like Elder Ring.
Elden Ring, right? But that's not even their
Yeah,
game, right?
yeah. It's not even theirs, right?
That's not even
So yeah.
theirs.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't
So
know. I really don't know, man. I think like we have on screen, The Last of Us, right? I know that the word is that they're making a remake for the first one,
mhm, right.
right? And I know people loved the first one. I
Mm-hmm.
played it. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was a bad game at all. But you know, I'm not into all of that hype, especially when it comes to zombies. A lot of people are zombie hypes. Zombie hype beasts, if you want to call them. And I'm not really into that sort of stuff. But the online, I know people loved it. I know people loved The Last of Us Online with the factions and things like that. I know people really, really enjoy that stuff, and I know that the plan is to perhaps do that for a second game, right? I mean, the second game came out what, like 2, 3 years ago almost, and we still don't have the online for it. Where is it, right? And that's something that was really disappointing for a lot of people because since they loved the first one online so much, they were eager for more, and we still don't have anything like that. So that's another title that I think Sony needs to at least try to figure out to put free to play online, right? Because as you see on the screen, in just two different games, 24 million sold, and they have I think a television series coming out, right? So that's something you can capitalize on, right? And then of course you have a remaster that they're working on, right, or a remake or whatever of the first game. So I think this game, Last of Us Two, I think it may have sold. I think I read somewhere somebody posted on NeoGaf. I can't find any official numbers, but somebody on NeoGaf alleged that the game sold about 10 million copies, right? So Last of Us is another game, right? Even though it is Naughty Dog, right, and people may feel that it's very similar in terms of, you know, not gameplay exactly, but in terms of mechanics in a way, very similar to Uncharted, right? Because it is a third person game, and the way you can take cover and things like that. People may feel that having a free to play Uncharted and a free to play Last of Us is kind of more of the same. However, with Last of Us, you have the factions, and then you have, the zombies and the infected and all of that bullshit, right? So it is still a little different. I think, releasing a game like The Last of Us also free to play online would be great for them, right? Especially with the characters that they have and how people would love these characters. And then, like I said, a television show coming out, and just the brand itself, the name itself will sell, right? What do you think? Do you think The Last of Us should also be one of those games?
Yeah, because I mean, they did have like a big, huge fan about it. I wasn't a fan of the second one. Um, I think the first one was all right. It was pretty good. I did like the story. I didn't play it. I was just sitting at work watching someone else play because I just been just busy working. But I thought the story was interesting. But I'm the same with you. I'm not a zombie hype beast. I would check them out, but I just don't do zombies all the time. But I think the first one I did for some reason. I think the first one was better than the second one. The
Hmm.
second one I messed with it a little bit, but I just never finished it. I don't know, something about it. Maybe because they killed Joel. Maybe that could be it.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know. Could be that maybe because I just thought the first one had something different about it. The second one was just kind of like um I just I don't know. I think definitely that Sony should capitalize, especially like you said. I didn't know they were gonna make a show about it as well. So if so, yeah, that's the best time to do it. I mean, hell, probably make merchandise. Start selling like what's that chick's? I forgot her name. I was about to call her Ellie. I don't think her name is Ellie
Yeah,
anymore.
Ellie.
It is Ellie. Okay, see, I
Yeah,
remember a little. So maybe they make her backpack or something with all that junk she carries in the back.
yeah.
People will buy it, just
All that
dirty it up.
marketing. Yeah, there's so much
Market,
money in
yeah.
marketing with it, and putting out something free to play. I mean, I know a lot of people would play it. I may play. I don't know. I don't have a PlayStation 5, so I'm not gonna go buy one just to play it. But I know people that own it, and they love this shit. They love The Last of Us, and they will vouch for it till they die. So I know for a fact, let's say 10 million people bought The Last of Us 2, and being that The Last of Us, the first one, it was so popular. The multiplayer. I think a good 6 million people would try it easily. 6 million. That's big, man. That's a huge number. I mean, that's what Sony needs to do. They need those stats, right? To show it to the shareholders. Like, yo, look, we put out this game, and in one day, 4 million people played it. That's huge. That's huge. Now,
I thought you
obviously,
had like two PlayStations, man.
nah, nah. I had one. I had a PS4, and it fell. So it does. I don't even know if it works anymore. But that's the thing, right? I mean, listen. If you told me that you released a free to play game tomorrow, and on day one, 24 hours, you had 4 million people check it out, that's a success easily. So I think that's something that could definitely happen, right? And if I'm Sony, I definitely consider doing something like that. Now, another game that's very similar, it's not going to be on this list, obviously, but another game that's very similar is Days Gone. Days Gone is another zombie-like sort of game, but this is more apocalyptic in the sense that it's more of an outbreak sort of game. That game, although when it first came out was full of bugs, it was broken, and it was a PS3 game. Lately it's been popular again. A lot of people seem to be playing Days Gone a lot now, and I think it's also on PC if I'm not mistaken. So that's another game, right? Based on, even though, like I said, like we were talking about Uncharted being sort of similar in play style and mechanics to you know Last of Us, and then now Days Gone being a zombie sort of game, being similar to Last of Us. It's still a little different, right? Because in Days Gone, right, the zombies, you have hordes of zombies chasing you. So, maybe there could be some sort of online aspect to Days Gone that's also free to play. I know it is online, if I'm not mistaken, as well. But I think, doing something like that, could definitely, be pretty successful, right? That's just another IP that Sony can go ahead and use and offer as free to play. That's just my opinion. Now, another one, right, that's really popular, obviously. It was a really, really good game that came out, I believe, like 2 years ago. Was the Ghost of Tsushima, right? And they recently had added on the multiplayer aspect, right? I believe they added it with the PS5 expansion, wasn't it, or was it the DLC that they added afterwards? I know it's on PS5 online, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if they added it to the PS4, right, when they made the add-on, or they just included it on the PS5. But I know they have that Legends mode, I think it's called. Something like that would also be pretty successful, I think, online. What do you think about Days Gone also being one of those titles, even though it's sort of similar to Last of Us with apocalyptic end of the world zombie bullshit, and then Ghost, with the PvP combat, right? Because they won't really have a PvP sort of multiplayer, and it's in the sense of like one on one, close quarter combat. But what do you think about Ghost being that title that could also be a free to play sort of title, and it could work, right? Because remember, Ghost has all those different masks and those different you know kimonos, I think they're called, right? But it's not karate, right? But the different sort of you know armors, and different sort of you know
Mhm.
what I mean, like all those different sort of hats and all of that stuff. What do you think? You think that would also be a good title to have as free to play, also with microtransactions?
Yeah, I think so, man. Because that game reminds me a lot like of For Honor in a way. Because For Honor was the same way with different armors and stuff, but you had to play the loot box game and you'll get some armor. It doesn't give you like a benefit. It was all mainly cosmetic. I think it did give you some perks. I don't remember. It gave you like 3 stats. One for like I guess increased speed. No, it wasn't
Hmm.
speed. It was like blocking, parrying, some bullshit. But yeah, I think Sony if they got that because that one's a lot newer and stuff. I think For Honor is kind of to the end, so that means pretty much it kind of I don't see a lot of people playing anymore. Not people that I know, but I know it's still alive. So but yeah, that the other game, yeah, I can see that. I was gonna mention, man.
What?
Maybe I just thought about it. Maybe Sony has all their eggs in the basket, and they're trying to like they're praying that maybe their VR thing, their PSVR 2 will like help them out in that in that aspect because I think it gets released around
Hmm.
holiday of 2022, the new one, and I don't know how many I don't know anybody who has that, so. Maybe they're thinking they're gonna have some hot games on that thing, and that also kind of leads to the whole mobile thing they're trying to do because that's this guy called Jim Ryan or something.
Oh yeah, the
He
CEO, right?
yeah he loves that he keeping claiming that mobile games is the future, mobile game is that, mobile game is that. So they might pull like a I don't know, Nintendo Switch slash VR thing because the VR is portable, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think does it have wires on it, or is it just the wires for the battery? For the,
I
I
yeah,
don't think it does.
I think it does.
I think
I
I don't. Yeah,
I think
I
it
think
does
it should. I think
because
it
I think the
does.
first one had like some sort of power brick or something like that.
Right. So then maybe this one they might streamline it a little bit. Who knows? And that'll be your wireless thing. You go outside, like do bullshit outside with your big ass headset. But that's what maybe they have their hands on. They think, ah man, we're gonna rock everything. With our VR headset and our mobile Nintendo Switch, clone that we're gonna make and call it, PS5 Nano VR.
I don't know, man. I don't think VR is gonna be it, man. I mean, it may sell, but it's more like a novelty, right? I don't think, at least not now. I mean, you need to have the games, and what are they gonna have, man? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Some people love that VR chat stuff, man. I mean, there's people that actually make even dedicated content on it, which is really
sure,
weird,
sure,
But
yeah,
like you
yeah, but
said,
that
for
but that
game,
doesn't help. That doesn't help Sony in terms of selling games, though, right? They may sell the hardware, but you need games for that shit too, man.
they'll
You
sell
know,
you they'll sell you your avatar, bro. 3D animate
unless they
avatar.
use it for like PS Home.
Like PS Home. Remember PlayStation Home? They had that shit. Like buy a Killzone avatar, walk around in 3D space, looking like a Hellgas.
Yeah, I can see that. I
Make
can see them using the new PSVR 2 for something like the return of PlayStation Home, and then having all of this metaverse stuff in there and things like that. I can see that happening for sure. That makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, if that were the case, and then they have this interactive online world in PS Home, or you can get on like on a roller coaster or some shit, and then you're on the roller coaster using your VR helmet. I could see shit like that happening. Yeah, that to me makes a lot of sense. But I mean, how many people are really gonna want to do that every fucking day when they could just play something else? You know?
Well, PlayStation Home was pretty busy, man. I mean, I remember a lot of cats. Man, yo, I'd be like playing games and I'd be looking at people and be like, PlayStation Home, like, bro, what are they doing?
Yeah, yeah. It's just
What is this?
interaction.
But yeah, some people love that shit, man. I mean, remember I told you last time people be falling asleep and they're
Hmm.
they're they're streaming while they're snoring, and other people are like making fun of like, oh, he's sleeping. And they're like they're snoring and stuff like. clowns and stuff. And
I mean, people do that shit right now on Twitter, man, in Twitter Spaces.
yeah, see, so that means so if they sell, imagine that, like, hey, watch your favorite streamer sleep and fart while they passed out, $2.99 and PlayStation Plus.
On PlayStation Home.
Oh,
And if you watch,
watch,
and if you watch for 24 hours, you'll get a free unlockable T-shirt of them
right,
sleeping.
right, right, right. Unlock a T-shirt for God of War while he sleeps, Kratos sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, people like that weird shit, man. They're into that sort of weird shit. I don't know, man. Like that could definitely be a possibility, right? You know, Sony, choosing to invest more in PlayStation Home and creating their own metaverse in there. That would make a lot of sense, and then incorporate that with the VR helmet, and then you walk around in PlayStation Home in VR, and then like I said, get on a roller coaster. Maybe they have like an amusement park in PlayStation Home, and then you can get on all of these rides using your helmet, right? Your VR
Whoa,
helmet.
you gave me an idea. How about the game? Let's say you're playing again. I'll use God of War because whatever PlayStation, right? And you can transition from that shit to that PlayStation Home, vice versa. Like, I don't know, like you can see you're playing your game, you're chopping up shit, you're screaming, Spartan Rage, right. But anyway, so then, oh, my friend's online. So instead of like them just, I don't know, chilling on PlayStation Home, it kind of does like some sort of like parallel shit. Like, I don't know, like if you look to the left or something, you can kind of see what your friend is doing on PlayStation Home, and he can probably jump in there and I don't know, be some other additional character to play with you, like I don't know, like a
Hmm.
ghost shit, kind of like Dark Souls who do, oh, somebody invaded your territory or whatever, and then you get to fuck them up, and there you go, PvP right there. I don't know, some bullshit like that,
Yeah, like a
you know.
multi-screen sort of thing. So like you're playing the game and then you turn left and then now you can see your Twitter feed or some shit in the game, or you can see what's going on at PlayStation Home, or if you turn to the right, you can see, who's online on PlayStation or whatever, or see all the members in the party chat or something like that, or even if they have something like, how in Streamlabs, people that use Streamlabs to stream their videos where you can have multiple windows, different windows for each camera, right? And then people are just streaming. So then you look to the right, and then you can see everybody's face talking. But if you look straight ahead, playing the game, you're looking at the game. Yeah, it's like a multi-panel interface,
Yeah,
right?
this gym guy, he's definitely saying that he wants to get his hottest titles on mobile devices. It's the hottest IPs in mobile devices. He says they're gonna definitely capitalize on that, but they're still working on the kinks, most likely the microtransactions. But
Yeah.
you got to get Kratos with like pink underwear and blue hair and make him look animated with
Yeah.
big eyes.
Yeah, and then it's just about that leads to free to play though, man. That kind of leads to free to play because that's what free to play does, man. You can have a game that's free to play, but all of these aesthetics. I mean, look at Halo. They had the cat ears and all of that other bullshit. You had to pay for it, right? And people would pay for that, right? So when it comes to those,
Fighting.
cosmetics, it's kind of like free to play sort of stuff, right? If especially if they put it on mobile, right? If PlayStation decides to put these games on mobile, it is free to. It's probably going to be free to play. Some sort of aspect of that game is going to be free to play, and then they'll just microtransaction the fuck out of you, and people will buy it. So it kind of goes with what we're talking about, the free to play aspect. I think that's something that Sony is definitely going to consider, man. A lot of their most popular titles, especially that are multiplayer titles, I can definitely see them, putting them free to play, whether it's on mobile, like you said, Jim Ryan is considering, or even on their own console, or even on PC. We're starting to see all of these games, come out on PC. Obviously, they're not day and date, but they can also put them free to play on there, man. What do you think? You think mobile and PC is a direction you're heading?
Yeah, it'd be more accessible for people, imagine, Xbox already has some of the games, right? That you can play some Xbox games and shit. So PlayStation's probably gonna make their own, engine of, what do you call them, loaders, right? Like kind of like the Epic thing,
Right.
Epic Games bullshit loader. So the
The
PlayStation
launchers, the
loader,
launchers,
yeah, yeah, the PlayStation 5 launcher live, and then you can download it. You can play PlayStation fucking games online
and then you can get
on
on
your
P, and then
PC,
you can get on PS Home on PC.
and then definitely it will work on your phone. Because you just download the app. Oh, I can play games now.
Yeah.
Microtransaction.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's something that makes sense. I mean, that's just another thing that they can use with free to play, and then like you said, with VR, mixing with VR, and then microtransactions, and that's how you kind of sort of make up for whatever you're going to lose once
They can, stay.
Activision.
They can stay in the fight a little bit longer, pretty
Right,
much.
right, exactly. They can try to retain their users, right? Because a lot of them, if Microsoft chooses to make it exclusive, or certain things, certain key aspects of Call of Duty exclusive to their platform, a lot of users might jump ship, right? So you have to find a way to retain these players, and how do you do that? You offer these sort of experiences, and I think free to play is definitely the key, because it doesn't make sense to now put out stuff to charge people for more when they can just jump ship and play the same fucking game they've been playing for the last 15 years in Game Pass for free and shit. So like you kind of have to entice them to want to stay here in a free way. You understand what I mean? Like you don't want to be nickel and diming these people, because as soon as they feel that they're being nickel and dime, they're just gonna leave. You know, you have to give them a reason to stay now, and that reason can't necessarily be a reason that is behind some sort of fee or something. Just make it something that's free to play, accessible on multiple platforms, whether it's mobile or PC, and now you create that world. And I think that's something that
Right,
they're gonna do. I know if it was up to me, I would definitely do that. And then I would even bring back a game like SOCOM, right? People have
right.
always been asking for that. Like I said, like we said last time, right? SOCOM 2 is the most asked game in the last 20 years. That game came out in 2004. It's 2022, and people still want a remaster. But I wouldn't even do that. I would just make a new SOCOM, or even a remaster of SOCOM 2, make it free to play, and and charge people for gun skins and fucking aesthetics and shit like that, man. People will do it. And then you have a military shooter. Obviously, it's not a compete with Call of Duty, but now you have a genre that you cover. Just like with Uncharted, you have a genre that covers, deathmatch and things like that. Then you have, Last of Us with the factions. It covers that sort of aspect of multiplayer. Then you have Days Gone that covers, apocalyptic sort of shit, like maybe like Left 4 Dead sort of, right? In that genre. So now you're covering different bases, right? That's what Sony needs to do. Sony has a lot of first party titles, single player experiences that do cover a lot of different bases, right? And that's what they're going to need to do for multiplayer. They need to release titles that cover different bases, right? So obviously, a SOCOM remaster free to play will never compete with Call of Duty. There's nothing that Sony has released ever, multiplayer wise, first party, that has ever competed against Call of Duty, that has ever even competed against SOCOM. I'm sorry, against Halo, right? When Halo 2 came out, SOCOM was around, and that was their most popular game, and it never competed against it. Neither did Killzone. Killzone was considered the killer, but it didn't do anything. As a matter of fact, Killzone was the one that got killed, right?
So,
It killed itself. So they don't have titles that are going to be able to compete directly with these other titles. But that doesn't mean that you don't want to put out a title that's within that genre space to cover that base, right? Because all it takes is one mistake, and then people will stop playing that other game, right? What would have happened, let's say, for example, if Activision doesn't get bought by Microsoft and Activision stays independent, and all of this stuff that's going on with Activision over there, it gets so bad that people just decide to boycott fully Call of Duty. The likelihood of that happening is very low, but it could always happen. Then what? Where do all of these people that are interested in multiplayer military shooters go? Where do they go? They're going to go play Battlefield? Yeah, maybe, but EA isn't that great either, right? But if you're Sony and you happen to have a free to play SOCOM, for example, and you already own a PlayStation, well, like, hey, I'm going to give SOCOM a chance. I remember playing this shit 20 years ago. Let me see what they're doing now. So what Sony needs to do, if you ask me, is release different multiplayer titles free to play that cover their bases on specific genres and specific experiences. Obviously, the intention is not to compete directly with Halo or Call of Duty, because you're not going to beat them, but you can still always have a title in that space, in that genre, and if it's free to play, then you don't really have to worry too much, right? Because it's a work as you go sort of project, right? You're constantly working on it. I mean, look what happened with Destiny, man. Destiny is free to play, right? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. And also, just a side note is definitely if they start branching out more, it'll become more accessible, especially if they're having issues creating these PlayStation 5s and people can't get their hands on it. It says here that in 2020 and 2022, the system's going to get even harder to get. Well, if that's the case, yeah, they definitely have to, branch out, make it free to play, of course, and make it more accessible to people and to utilize their assets. Because, I mean, in this case, how if they're going to be focusing only on their hardware, only like what they have now, and people can't get their hands of it and they can't play it. So they're basically,
You're
gated
shooting
out.
yourself in your foot. Like, okay, you have
Right.
all these great titles, but I can't even get your console. So what
Right.
difference is it? How does this even benefit me as a gamer? Like, I can't even play your stupid fucking game because I can't even get your fucking console. So what are we even talking about right now?
So what do you do? What are the gamer gonna do? Well, I'll go get an Xbox
Yeah, or
or
just
play it on.
or play it on PC, and then I could play all the Xbox games on there.
Yep.
And go fuck yourself, Sony. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do they need to do? Like you said, mobile, definitely target the mobile audience, and PC, and I think free to play is the way to go. Because like I said, bro, if you release uh, you know, Last of Us 2 multiplayer free to play on fucking console, a mobile aspect, and then the console also with PC, bro, that shit would be huge. I'm not gonna sit here and say that they're gonna have 5 million concurrent players, but I can assure you, probably within the first few days, there'll be 5 million people that have probably played it, and that's what you
Yeah.
need. You need that statistic, right? And then with those statistics, obviously there'll be people that are playing concurrently, and they're the ones that are maintaining, the activity, right? They're the ones that maintain the game and make it alive, right? It's like Destiny, right? You don't have 5 million people playing it at once, but concurrently they may have about 60,000, and those 60,000 are the ones that are paying, for fucking skins and emotes and all of that other bullshit, and they're the ones kind of keeping that alive, right? I mean, and Bungie's an independent uh developer, right? And I think they're the independent publisher too, right? I mean, they had that deal with Activision. They left and they went free to play, and they still make content. They're actually coming out with another add-on, I think now too, about, I think, the Witch Queen or some shit like that. I can't remember.
Yeah. Which something.
So I mean, how are they doing that? And their game is free to play, right? And their multiplayer is free to play, right? So if Bungie's doing that, and Bungie's not on the level of Sony and PlayStation, why is Sony or PlayStation not doing this themselves? Why are they not putting out their popular multiplayer titles free to play? Right? I don't think you're gonna bring back Killzone. I think that's gone already. We're past that already. But a title like Uncharted, or a title like The Last of Us, or even bringing back a SOCOM to compete, obviously not to compete, but to have something in that genre itself, is good, right? Because it's an alternative, right? If somebody doesn't want to play Call of Duty and they don't want to play Battlefield because it's a first person military shooter. Well, hey, SOCOM is on PlayStation 5 and it's on PC, free to play. And let me just jump over there and see what these guys are up to, and it's third person, right? I mean, that's always an option. I think that's a good option to have, right? Like I said, you're not expecting us to make millions and billions of dollars off of this, but you have an install base and you have people that support this and you have people that stream it and things like that. And that's how you get the word out. And then that also builds a base for future titles. That's just my opinion. What do you think, man? Because I'm gonna jump into this God of War. Actually, we're gonna sort of freelance this here. We're gonna play some God of War um PC, and we're just gonna freelance this. We're gonna talk about what we just spoke about and then other topics. But what do you think about that, Seth?
About the whole situation.
Yeah, what we were just discussing.
Well, just to summarize that, I think that PlayStation, Sony, whatever, they have to have a strategy. If not, they're gonna be staying in the back. Hell, I can even see Nintendo slapping them a bit and moving forward with what Nintendo has now.
Well, Nintendo's number one, right? They're number one right now. I think
Are there?
they sold over
Really?
100 and I think it's like 110 million just on the Switch.
No, I mean, so there you go. So now Sony's going to go to the back. Remember what's next? Atari comes back, he makes a comeback, and oh, Sony, sorry, excuse me, I'm gonna go around you. And I mean, what is Sony gonna do? I mean, and they're depending. I mean, sounds to me like they're depending way too much on their little gimmicks, like their headset and the mobile side,
And
which they're so exploring.
and also on the comic book games.
Right, right. So I don't know. I think that they definitely need to come up with something. Probably by the end, by the middle of the year, I think they need to have some sort of resolution. Tell their customers. I mean, because eventually people are gonna get bored. I mean, how long? I mean, whatever games they're playing now, how long do they think that's gonna hold them over? How
Right.
long do you think they have? So pushing it would be by the end of the year, but because they're like saying, oh, this headset will come out, holidays of 2022. Yeah, but again, like you said, and it's realistic. I mean, what games does it come with? Well, you look at that slashing game when you play the music and you have the little lightsabers cutting. I don't know, that would get boring after a
If we
while.
cut enough
so,
away, the bridge
so I mean,
above us
what
should
what
reappear.
what are they gonna have with it? Probably not much,
Expect
in the
resistance.
chat room. So if they're putting all their eggs in that basket for that,
Hmm.
man, they're not gonna shoot you in the foot. They're grabbing like a double barrel shotgun, aiming it to their nuts. That's what it's.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think I don't know, man. I just think that what they need to do is they need to get into that free to play. That's what they need to do, man. They're not gonna catch up to Nintendo. That's not happening, bro. Nintendo has their niche, right, and their crew on lock. Like it's so sick that Nintendo, like, dude, like Nintendo is on a different level. You
Dude,
know?
Nintendo got Pokemon.
Yeah, dude, like you're not fucking with Nintendo, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're on a whole different level right there. So, what are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna, try to compete against them when you really can't? So, what is available, right? What else is out there for you to do? You can get into free to play, mobile space, like we were discussing, right? So, I don't know, man. What do you think, bro? You think that's the play or what?
Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, they just sell all their assets to Xbox or to Microsoft. I mean,
Yeah,
start closing up shop slowly and migrate, and then everybody who has a PlayStation 5, God bless your souls, and then they'll say, "Yeah, well, guys, thanks for everything. See ya." But what do we do with the system? I don't know. Paperweight.
yeah,
Yeah, but we released these new skins for the PlayStation 5.
yeah. That's
That's
pretty.
kind of
That's
cool.
pretty dumb.
Right. They're like, well, that's kind of cool, guys. Right? Isn't it cool?
Hey guys, you like these skins, right? It's pretty cool, right?
And they got like shitty colors too. I think the best one's just the black one.
Yeah.
I don't care about the pink one or turquoise and all that shit. Dude, you're getting wrecked, man.
I'm getting my ass kicked here. I don't even know. I haven't even played this shit.
You're getting wrecked by a golem or what?
Suppose hitting his chest. I'm not even paying attention, honestly. I'm just like here talking to you.
Punch him in the nuts, man.
I might have to. I don't even know.
It's working, kind of.
Oh, okay, yeah, you do have to throw it in his chest. Okay, I gotcha. Come on, hurry up, hurry up. La-da-dee-dee-dee.
Dude, just pick up your son and throw it at him. There you go. Now he's throwing arrows. Finally, like, he's just chilling behind us the whole time.
Well, you could tell him to throw arrows too.
Just throw the kid at him.
I'll throw the kid at him. Yeah, I'm gonna throw fucking Atreus at this guy. Like, yo, bro, Do your job. Catch.
Just started the game or something?
Nah, I'm about a few hours in already.
You haven't gotten like any cool armor yet?
Nah, well I have, but I haven't really done too much, honestly. La, da, da, da.
I wonder what the next PlayStation model is gonna look like. I mean, everybody kept talking about that. They're gonna make a new one, a cheaper version or something.
I would think they are. I mean, that would just be the logical thing, you know what I mean? I would think so.
Focus.
Well, there it is.
I would think so. I don't
Watch our
know.
back play.
I just think they need to put more games on PC, honestly.
It's crazy how big the PlayStation 5 is compared to the Xbox. It's like a massive like obelisk.
It is, right?
It is. It's huge. I'm looking at photos of it, how comparing to the size and all that shit.
I still haven't gotten one, man.
They're still expensive, man. I think the last one I saw for like 700. But that's here in my area, though. Not I don't know how it is in other areas, but they were selling it at reseller for like 700, 800 bucks.
Yeah. I don't know if I even want to still buy one, honestly. I just don't see the point, honestly, you know?
Yeah, the one that I like is and I'm not really a Spider-Man fan. I don't care about Miles or whatever. But that skin, the limited edition. So I think this is fake. I think it's like a prototype. I think some 3D guy or artist made it. I guess I think so. I'm not really wrong, but I like that shell that it comes with it, with the spiders, all 3D and shit. I mean, that is cool as hell. But unless it's fake, maybe China stuff. Yeah, it's Alibaba. So you can get it from Alibaba, that skin, for 20 bucks.
Really?
Interesting. Yeah, it looks sick. It looks really sick. I like it. So the spider's like metallic, dark red, and then all the webs are like shiny metallic, and then the black is matted. It's interesting. It's a cool design. I mean, they should have. That's how it should have. The system should have came with one, or make a Venom one or some shit.
Yeah.
IST also has some, and they're a lot cheaper than the regular PlayStation one that's selling.
Yeah, because I think they have that brand. I forgot what's it called. What the fuck is it called? It starts with a D. That they also make different different skins.
Okay.
I don't remember, man. I forgot. But
If they made a Venom one, or like a legit one, I'll probably buy it, but not for 800. Get like
No.
a used one, 200.
nah, fuck that.
Huh. Guess the light makes
Imagine
more
you
than
once you
brilliance.
get it, then they
Maybe this
just
will spin us out on
PlayStation just
top.
fucking said, okay, we're bankrupt.
I can
Let's
see
just
that.
go.
I can see it. Like, what am I supposed to do with this junk now?
Right. Fancy paperweight.
I don't know, man. What do you think, man? You think it's almost GG, or do you really think that, yeah, the free to play thing is something that they have to look into, like in mobile stuff? Like, you really think it's gonna have to be that, or what do you think, bro?
So yeah, they're gonna have to go free to play because, I mean, that will give them more exposure. More. It'll be more accessible. Kind of like the Fortnite strategy. That's the only reason Fortnite was, great, was because it was accessible by anybody. Little kids can download it for free. You don't need parents' credit card unless you want to buy that skin for 20 bucks. So if they made all their games accessible and free to play, I mean, people can buy it.
What?
And and I bet you that most of the part that they get butthurt is because they're like, oh, now we have to put microtransactions in our game up the butt, so they can buy stuff. But look at Rockstar. I mean, they're doing good with it. People are still buying their shitty cars,
Oh yeah, that's not going anywhere.
making content of car shows. Dude, like, look at my car. When I get great, that's cool. How much you pay for it? $100. Because I mean, most of those cars are expensive, man. They're not like 8 million Rockstar coins. Some of them are like way more. I mean, let me think. If I'm not mistaken, I think the submarine, the submarine thing. That's the last time I played GTA, was when the submarine thing came out.
Oh
If I remember,
yeah.
yeah, I mean it was expensive. I mean, if you wanted to buy everything outright, it was almost like $100 or more, a little bit a little bit over $100. And they were kind of saying like, hey, you know, uh, oh, I thought somebody wrote me a message or something. Like, what the hell is this? Anyway, so yeah, it costs over $100, and they're, Rockstar's saying like, our content is worth this much, and if you want to play, this is what you're gonna have to pay, just to, the experience,
Oh.
just to play with your friends and all that bullshit. But
Mm-hmm.
once you do like the first mission and stuff, I mean, that was it. I mean, I remember the last people I played with was, I don't know, did you play with it?
I
Did we play
did.
together with it? You did, right? And I think the other one was Baki, but then he kept dying and stuff, so we kept losing money.
I don't know.
So
I think free to play is a must nowadays.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, nice. Maximum rage.
I like that Venom skin that they have for it. It's too bad it's not as cool as a stupid Spider-Man one.
That sucks. Hold on. Let me lower
I-
this.
I'll just buy the plates, and I don't even have a PS5, and I'll just have the plates just sitting there.
Huh. Like I said, I would buy a PS5, but there's nothing to play on it right now. At least not for me. Not that I'm interested in. You know. I can't think of anything. Not me. Just gonna put this on original for now, since I'm streaming it. So that way the stream isn't so choppy.
No, it's fine on my side.
Looks fine on your side?
Yeah, it wasn't lagging or
These
anything.
doors do not open.
Hello?
Because I was losing some
I don't
frames,
get it.
so
I even have a door.
I'd rather just not.
Hello?
But yeah, man, like I don't know.
We will find another
Like
way.
games like this, like God of War, I agree should definitely, be on PC, man. Like not to say that,
The dwarf again.
like
Sindri?
how can I say? I don't want to
This
say
way.
that, these games are so great that
Sindri,
no, I
could
mean
you take a look at this?
it's
Honestly, I don't have
it's up
much
to
else
you,
going on
right?
right
If you
now.
really want to play them. But
Hey,
it just
how
makes
did
sense for
Sindri get
Sony.
ahead of him?
Right, it just makes
Here
sense for them to
everyone
go
do
ahead
seem
and
to
put
travel
these games on
quickly.
multiple platforms. That way you just make more money,
We're
right?
inside.
Mhm.
Of course.
All right, yeah, we're not doing that yet. Let's go here. Did you play this one?
Nope. I know the ending though.
I don't know. I didn't finish it. I had it on the original PS4. I never finished it though.
I can tell you. So this is what happened.
Hey,
Huh?
Sindri,
No, don't tell me, bro.
could you take a look at this?
Whoa.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
killed
I was too busy
ancient-
playing fucking
Yes.
Destiny
Was
at
it?
that time.
Difficult.
Yes.
Is that
Destiny.
Oh, you're gonna-
Another
Yes.
group on Discord that I was in got their NFT shit got hacked.
What do you mean?
Ugh,
Well, their
I
Discord
use
got
it
hacked up
Jackson.
the ass, and everybody was crying because like apparently those who were able to buy their NFT for these clowns, they their NFT disappeared from their wallet, and they're all like all butthurt. They're like, oh man, because I mean I forgot how much they were asking for. I think it was like, let me remember, it was $350, I believe. They wanted, and that was for pre-sale, and
way.
everybody jumped on it like super quick, and they sold out. And now all those people that bought all that shit, their NFTs are gone from their fucking wallet, so they're kind of freaking out. And these clowns are trying to fix it. And they're telling people to calm down, guys, please calm down. So I don't know,
Try.
fucking weird, man.
Yeah, what's going on with all that NFT shit and this crypto shit that's going on? Like a lot of people saying that with what this guy, what's his face, Biden, right? He went ahead and announced that
Yeah, he was taking it out.
Where were you even carrying?
Yep, he's trying to take it out. He's trying to take out crypto and NFT shit.
really.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know that a lot of other people were getting scared because they were getting doxxed. So a lot of them were kind of backing off and making like, I don't know, polls to keep them in the team or not because they don't feel safe and blah blah blah. And I'm like, fucking hell, it's like little girls or something. It's like, yo, I mean, I don't know how you're gonna get doxxed. I mean, if everything is confident, but somehow they get doxxed anyway,
Hmm.
and then you know they fear for their life and they just disappear. And it sucks too because I guess if you spook them enough, these clowns could just shut everything off and run away with your money. I'm assuming, right?
Do you think that's what they're
So
trying to do?
maybe, and I think some of them are just fucking lying. I think that's what they're
What else
trying
are
to do
attached to?
because a lot of these fucking projects, man, they're not. I know there's hardcore people that want to defend this shit, but realist, how do you say it? Real talk, my guy,
Yo, my guy.
my guy. So a lot of these 80%, 75%, maybe close to 85 max percent, these projects are fucking scams because you're not gonna wait for them to finish this project. So maybe that stupid monkey one, the ape one, was probably the only one that's kind of like long term. But every single one that I've been on, and I've been going to different projects to read their white page and see the community, find out who the hype clown is, because there's always somebody in the group who's hyping them up, saying let's go, like he's hyping everybody up, trying to get people to buy stuff.
Yeah.
And you would think they will sell fast, I'm serious, man. Like I've been sitting in one of them, and it was really really popular. Everybody was hyped. Everybody was like, yeah, let's do this, let's go, let's fucking go, this and that. And the day of the sale came, and I'm just looking at it, staring at it, and they haven't, I guess, finished selling all their shit for over a month, like, or almost a month. And they were saying like, oh, we're gonna what's it called we're gonna sell everything, in like matter of fucking hours. Never happened. And I kind of knew, and anyway, to get the coin that you need to buy some sort of this shit, you gotta, I told you, go to Coinbase or whatever you want to use, and then you have to change it, like Avalanche by Avalanche, transfer to this shit, change. Anyway, it's just too much stuff, and you're losing money every time you're moving your money around. Some people might have different ways. Oh, I just, yo, bro, I don't care. It's still stupid. Don't care. And I don't know. People can still run away with your money. That's how I see it. It seems like the best strategy to do with this is make your own project. Make your own shit. Make your own NFT, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever, right? A bunch of, I don't know. Put a bunch of dog balls with different colors, right? Make 10,000 of them, and then you have to be the project owner, and then you're gonna profit. Because if you're gonna be the one that's just gonna be flipping shit, it's pointless. I mean, you're just running around leeching, basically. You're just being another word for leech. You're going, you buy the NFT as quick as you can, flip it, make a little, couple of few bucks, sell it, and then jump to the next one as soon as possible. And that's it. That's all it is. That's all it is, man. And I mean, some people like the project. Some of these projects sound real cool. Like this one that I was reading, it was like a restaurant, and I was enticed to that. I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool. But when I looked them up on Google, I was like, well, they don't seem to have experience running a restaurant. They claim they do, and then there's not really much information about it. I couldn't really find it. Even the chef they were marketing, I couldn't find information about her. The only thing I found out that the guy who was running this is actually the chef was his wife.
Okay.
And they were working together or some shit. It was weird. I don't know. And then the other thing is like they always market their artist. Oh, my artist is there. Like the artist will sign into Discord, but how do you know that's really the artist? It could be just a dude logging in, or maybe logging on his cell phone with some account. Say, oh, that's the artist, and the guy never talks. Never. The guy doesn't talk. He just, it's always that they're hype boys, going around saying, yeah, let's do this. We're gonna sell this at this price. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And I don't know. So far, I've been on, I would say, over 40 projects. I've been observing, seeing how they operate. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know.
They all seem to be the same, right? Like they all have the same function almost.
Same tactic, yeah, same tactic, same shit, same strategy, almost the same promises. Like some of them will offer better things. Some of them are shady as fuck. Some of them are just they just have a website that is all black and it has one button. It says mint, and that's it. You want to throw your money in that? That's cool. It's your money. You can do whatever the hell you want, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't. It's just not my. I'd rather invest my money in something that I know that I'm going to get a better return.
Yeah.
You know, I still think real estate is better than this. I think. I mean, if you're going to be spending you know, this much money, just get into real estate. You know, get an REIT and invest in that shit. I mean, the problem with that shit is you won't get your money back after 5 years, because some of them you have to keep there, you know, and collect dividends from it. But I think I'd rather do it that way than this, because this is definitely. Where can I put this? It's yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool. You're definitely you're basically trapping folks who don't know any better. You know, a lot of people, and I see that too. Oh, and I see that too. That nobody can tell me like, no, that's not true. Yeah, because in the chat rooms when I'm in Discord and I read them, yo, on the day when they're trying to buy, people are saying, on that day they're saying, what wallet should I use? Should I use this? Should I transfer it? Like, yo, like you guys don't know. So they're first timers. They never know, but they didn't want to ask before. But until the day they have to buy, they're asking these questions. Why didn't you ask before? Why didn't you ask months before? You know, they just don't know. And then people are saying, oh yeah, get a Phantom wallet.
Yeah.
You gotta get Solana. You know, to
Covered it
buy
up with
this
that
bullshit.
How'd they
And
do that?
well, it's kind of like what's Trump's wife's name? The wife
Melania.
Another
It's like
letter.
her fucking NFT. It closed, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. Yo, nobody voted. Nobody
Why
bid
are
it on
they
it.
killing him?
Nobody bid on it.
That's
It settled at 1800
Do not know
Solana,
led to this
which was
moment.
like
He didn't even defend himself.
That was his
200,000
choice.
something dollars or something USD and shit. There is an account that looks like they got it, but that shit didn't change, man. That shit stayed 1800 this whole time. So if someone did get it, I don't know who would have bid it. 'Cause nobody did. Nobody bid it. I just kept looking at him like, and didn't change. But somebody got it. I mean, unless it went back to her. You know, fucking tax invention. The tax game thing. I think she's trying to do. I think.
Yeah, that tax
But-
evasion shit. That's all he's doing.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. You know, but that's what she's doing. I don't know if everybody does it, but that's what she's doing. I think. I mean,
Sure, a lot of them are.
the only thing different about her shit is that she's just not giving you an NFT. She's also giving you that stupid hat that she was wearing when she went to France. That white one with a weird white hat, and she was gonna sign it, and she'll send it to you. Like, I mean, like, yeah, that's cool. But how about if I just buy it myself? Probably be cheaper. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it won't be $200,000.
And I bet I don't even have to open a wallet for that shit either.
Yeah, dude. It's dumb. Shit's dumb, man. But there's a lot of people that be hyping it up, you know, saying, oh, this is. You're the people who are hyping it up, the people who are benefiting from it. That's pretty much it. If you're not them, then of course you're gonna just do. And shit, I seen like so far, I've seen like 4 rug pools, and yo, they literally admit it. There was one called. You know, these people, you know, whoever's listening, they can fucking look it up too, because, you know, it'd be the nine. See, it was called Pixel Pets,
Now,
The light is
and
near.
everybody who
Move
bought a
away
fucking
inside.
Pixel Pet just got bent over hard. They were like 0.2, 0.3 Solana. This happened about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and fucking it was based on nanopets or neopets. Remember the little Kimagachi, the little eggs?
Yeah, Tamagotchi shit, yeah.
Tamagotchi, yeah, that's what it was. And a lot of fucking people again were hyping it up. Yeah, man, come in here and buy. Anyway, long story short, when the motherfucker was about to rug pool, he wrote on Discord. He was let me pull it up. I just gotta read it because it was really
that
fucking
did it.
funny.
Look, more light bridges.
Where are you, you piece
Follow
of shit?
me.
Where are you? He wrote on Discord like his goodbye message. He was saying, he basically says, "Yeah, this is a rug pool, guys. Like suckers." And then he
He
shut down
actually wrote that?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I got the screenshot for it too. I'm just trying to look for it.
What a douche.
I was like, Yeah, dude. And apparently this is the second time he's done that. It's his second time he's done that because they knew who he was. But but again, people who don't fucking know, they see this and they think, oh, this is it. This is gonna make me, my $5,000 or $10,000, and they buy into this and they get fucked without not even knowing.
Right.
I'm trying to find that picture. Fucking.
That's fucked up, man. So the guy actually admitted it the whole time and he just left. Like a bad troll.
Yep. And he ran away with it.
That's fucked up, bro.
And, and it's stupid when people still defend this stuff, like it's not cut and dry, man. I mean, and I get it, I get it. People want that unknown, unregulated, stealthy thing, to do whatever they want. Don't tell me what I can do, but right, when you're dealing with money, you can't be doing that kind of shit. That's how you get GG.
Yeah, that's how you get fucking killed.
Yeah, I mean that's just stupid.
Wow, dude. Nah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that dude even knowingly did that shit. That's fucked up, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. There was screenshots about it. He just ran away. He was like, "See ya."
And nobody ever knocks him either, huh?
No, you couldn't do shit. Once he's gone, he's gone. He transfers all the money to other wallets and
You're
can't do
restarting all the
anything.
pathways.
Wow.
There's no popo, no nothing. And of course, there was some people saying like, "Oh, there was people on Twitter saying, contact this person because he's a hacker." I looked him up. It was like, so he was on Twitter. He was a self-proclaimed hacker that can hack people's wallets, and he claimed to do all this other shit. Maybe he's real, maybe he's not. I don't know, but it's fucking stupid. I was like, yeah, right, sure.
Yeah, try to have him hack that shit, and you're gonna be the one that gets hacked.
You instead.
Wow, dude. That's fucking crazy, man. I mean, I don't know why people really, really like. I don't know, man.
Just trying to make a quick buck, man. That's what it is. They, like I told you, they want to flip these things. They don't care about the project. None of these people do. They claim they do, like, and it's almost like, really clinchy and shit. Like, I sit here, when I'm bored, I'm at work, I'm just sitting here. I have the Discord shit on the other side, and I'm reading these comments. Like, I'll go to these groups. For example, like,
See? It's too hard.
reading right now, I had a group called Game Boy Boys with BOIS, and they sold super fast. I remember they sold out like in 2 minutes or some shit because they only had like 500 units.
I will get it.
So they sold out super quick, and their theme is Game Boys. They made an NFT of fucking like transparent Game Boys and shit. Some are gold, some are clear, some have color difference, whatever. I think it looks stupid, but they sold out real quick because their limited was so limited. Their amount was so limited. But you can you read the Discord and just how how can I put it, man? Like people just want to they think because they see it on fucking Facebook or on Instagram. These idiots. These fake influencers, when they make those little videos, it says like which crypto to buy, for example, right? They'll show buy this, and they're pointing to the left with that stupid hacking music they always play, and they point to the oh, this one, don't buy this, buy Dodge or buy this or whatever, These guys don't know anything.
Yeah.
These guys don't. I mean, it's so dumb. Like it's upsetting too because like. Well, when you start questioning them, like, and I wrote to some of them, I'll ask them flat out, like, where did you get your sources from? And one of them gave me this stupid reply saying, like, well, Elon Musk tweeted this shit, and he interpolated it, and he figured out that this is what Elon Musk was talking about, like, so let me get this straight, so he tweeted something, and you interpret it in this way, and he's talking about this specific coin. Yes. Get the fuck out of here, man.
She did?
I'm the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Oh,
Damn,
I
dude.
missed that.
And that's the thing, man.
You're
People,
more
man,
concerned with our safety than our
they
growth.
run with it, bro, because they know all the money that's involved in that shit, and you know the potential, and so that's what they want to do, you know. They'll fucking, you know, it's like a wild goose chase, you know.
Yeah, and they might get lucky. You know, one day they might. They
Yeah.
might acquire an NFT
That was close.
or whatever that
Do not stray
for
from
some
the door.
specific reason is worth a lot of money when they're reselling it because some other person is interested in the project and they buy it for 500 and they flip it for $2,000, so they profit to 1,500. Whoopie doo. So they're happy with it, you know.
Stay back.
I mean, I said 200. They bought it for they bought it for 500. They sell it for two grand. So they're 1,500. I guess right. They get the 500 back, whatever. So they get that shit and they're happy about it. They're excited and they'll start making videos of it. They become gurus, but they did it once.
Stand.
And then they do it again, they do it again, and that's all you're doing. You're just flipping, they don't care about the project. And that's what the reason I brought up the Game Boy one. Because these cats, I was watching them and they didn't care. They went directly to the Solana store or whatever to sell their Game Boys right away for a lot of money.
There.
A lot. It
When
was like
falls, be ready. We will need to move quickly.
they were selling for like 3 to 5 times the price that they paid. Makes sense. That's cool, right? But they don't care, and they want to. And there's people who care about the project, who want to, be involved and stuff. But man, in the end of the day, you can't trust, if the project is even going to be long term. There's no backing to that. You're taking a risk. Too much of a risk. And that's why people just sell. Buy, sell, and move on to the next.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
But
I don't
that's-
think that shit is trustworthy at all.
Yeah, that's just my take on it. I mean, I know there's people that love that shit, but I think if you're gonna invest money on it, I think the best way has always been for me is real estate. I think that's the best. I mean, right now it sucks because you have a lot of people that want to fucking pay rent, but at the end of the day, I mean, you still have ownership. You have a physical asset, not a JPEG.
Yeah, exactly. That's the main difference. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. Like a lot of people are getting caught up in that hype of the NFTs and fucking it's the next best thing and the crypto bullshit. Man, that shit is no good, bro. Because it's the sort of shit that everybody wants to get involved in, and like, yo, like this shit, not everybody can get involved in this sort of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not for everybody.
Seems like OpenSea also got fucked up. OpenSea is the one for the NFTs for Ethereum NFTs.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
down.
yeah.
It's down.
It's down right now.
Nothing to tie between your vines.
Well, the profile part is down, not the whole site. So you're trying to see if you have anything in there, and that shit's down. That's funny. Yeah, you can't load up your profile. Their database is down.
That's fucked up, bro. The whole shit is gonna go to shit.
Yeah, and I also don't like the fact that these things cost way too much. Some people say they want to justify it, but bro, so it's super high risk and really kind of shitty rewards. Like imagine you pay like $500 to $1,000 for an image, and then you're just praying that you can resell it for like triple the price. And then what if the fucking guy runs for it? Then what do?
You don't do shit. It's over.
Right. It's over. He runs away. He closes Discord, and you're done. You're not gonna know he's gonna do it again. You're not gonna know it.
Yeah. And then the guys that do it, it means they've done it before too.
Oh yeah. That's why you gotta be careful with their little hype friends. Like, you know who it is. Like, you start seeing them. They're the ones who are always chatty, because they're also getting points. Like every time they chat, they level up their rank or some bullshit on Discord. Yeah. They rank up their shit, and if you rank up enough to become like a super duper whitelisted, you get whitelisted so you can buy early. at a cheaper price, and you know everybody's like, yeah, man, you know, and they start hyping the shit up. You know, they'll say shit like common phrases like, man, this project is the best. Or my favorite one, I love the art. The art is so entice. I love the art. No, his art was like shit, bro. I don't know what he's talking about, but either he's high or something. But that's one other thing, you know. It's like that's so art. And then I don't know. They always say you'll see the pattern. You start seeing the same thing repeat, you know. And I don't know.
Are you injured?
But if you ever want to be rich, just start your own collection.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, you know, to start your own collection, to get the people to buy it, it's almost fucking. It's gotta be tough, man. That's why you gotta be fucking sneaky like that, man. That's all these guys do, bro. Just do sneaky shit.
It's making the
Yeah,
whole
you gotta,
temple
you know,
reappear.
and it'd be cool, you know, if
So
somebody
surrounded.
actually does. What's the word? They follow through, you know.
It's-
That'd be interesting. Kind of like that stupid ape one that everybody likes to, you know, stroke the scrotum off. That one, the bored apes,
Yeah.
yacht,
think she's in there?
yacht loser club, like that one. I think it's interesting that it's, you know, held out this long. That I think the people finally met each other. I think not too long ago. They, you know, they high five, rub bellies, you know. That's, you know, like they, you know, they did their thing, and
Stay.
I don't know if any celebrities went there.
Stay.
I don't think so. I think most of these celebrities, and that's the other thing people don't. Here's another thing: those celebrities that have an ape,
Only
bro,
use it
they're
as
getting
a
those
last
for free.
resort.
They're getting it from some company gives them. Like they have some hanging out on their account, and they just hook them up.
I'm letting you
Hook up
hold
to
my
saying,
ass.
"Here you go," so that celebrity can make a reaction video.
It's not a gift.
When they get the ape, they're like, "Oh shit," you know, and they start hyping, like, "Oh, I got an ape."
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, there's just too much fishy shit going on with that, man. Like, and then now with Biden saying he's gonna do this, who knows what the fuck's gonna happen, bro?
Dude, you should get an ape. You should make an NFT called "Gotta Be Legend," and you have like different tiers of coins, or like put your face on it and have one with the Kratos beard, one with a Metro helmet. You know,
What is this?
I don't even want to get involved in that stuff right now, man. It just sounds too crazy. It just sounds like it's too much going on, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, see, you just look like Kratos, man. There you go.
You left me here alone.
Atreus?
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that Biden is gonna be slapping. I think he's definitely gonna start slapping these folks. I know crypto went up. It's at 37, I think. Last time I looked at it, so it was down. So it's kind of creeping up. But I think that's people just trying to put money into it, keep it up.
that's
to
what I
look
think.
To make it look good.
Yeah, that's what I think, because you know, with that news, you know, they're afraid that people are gonna pull out, so they're bumping it up so people can see, oh, it's still stable, you know, it's stable, it hasn't really moved, you know. Don't worry, guys, don't pull your money out. You know,
Right.
it's like what's there's a name for that, bro. I can't remember right now, but it's like it's like they're trying to
Doesn't know me.
they're misleading them, obviously, right?
Doesn't seem
You know,
to.
it's a wild, like I said, it's a wild goose chase, like I said before, really.
I'm not what he thinks I am.
You know?
I know better.
They're being Mosca.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, because
He doesn't talk to me. Doesn't teach
it's just weird.
me. It should have been him. Do you hear me?
People are gonna get mad, you know, like you tell them that, you know, because you know they're putting so much time into this shit. But that's a reality, you know. I mean, you know, you have the odds to lose more than to gain. So
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna hit 38,000 soon.
Except
Ethereum went up a little bit too. It's at 2,500.
I just wish he was better.
Solana is at 94. It's going up. It went up $4.
So if he tries, I'll
It's just
try.
I don't know.
But if he doesn't,
Too bad. It's too bad. This is how it's playing out.
I know you're out there somewhere.
I don't know.
I bet you not. You're gonna start seeing the TikTokers though. You're gonna start seeing the videos. You know, remember guys what I said? See, this is the sleeping giant slope. This is the shoulder, the neck of the giraffe. See?
Yeah.
I called.
I've seen that. They're talking about the shoulders, like, oh, this is the shoulder and this is the head, and you
Yeah.
know, when it's down, then it goes up, and then it goes back down.
This is the growing, guys. This is the lowest it's gonna get, but you'll see the
What have you
giraffe neck
done?
coming up soon, guys.
Why did you do that?
I'm telling you guys. You know who told me?
I waited and I
Elon
waited,
Musk.
but you wouldn't come out.
He
So
talked
I
about it.
pulled you out.
Boy,
Elon
was
Elon
gone,
Musk
homie.
talked about his dog's ass, and somehow I interpreted it to that it's gonna go up.
moments.
That's basically how he
No!
plays too.
You've been gone a long
Elon Musk tweets something, and everybody
time.
thinks that he's
I
preaching
didn't
a
know what to
gospel,
do.
and they
You
going
left
by.
me here again. Why
I
don't
don't
you
know.
care?
Shit is weird, bro.
That's impossible.
I don't know, man. I just don't know
We should
anymore.
go
I
before
do
they
not
come
trust Bitcoin. That's one thing. I don't trust any of those
Hope you got
cryptos
what you needed.
at all, dude. You know what I mean?
Mm.
If there's one thing, I don't trust those things at all, bro. Like,
Yes.
I don't know how anybody could, man. That shit is way too volatile, like everybody says.
There's our exit, but there's no light.
And too much sketchy shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Is useless.
I don't know, bro. I just think it's too sketchy, man.
Boy,
Yeah, I think the
Wow.
sketchiness is what hurts it the most. You know, I think if it was
Would
more
it?
transparent, I think. But then people will argue that it is transparent, it is this, it is that, but not really, man, because the person who's winning is the house. The house wins in the end. It's not you, really. You're just nickel and diming it little by little, but the person making the big ass bucks is the house.
on my mark.
You know, they're taking all that stuff home, all that's earnings and stuff. I mean, like the whole gas fees and all that bullshit. Realistically, man, it's like
We can now make our way back.
you know, it's
Come.
they're not really profiting that much from it, unless like I said, unless you find something or you're the ones who's selling the NFT to people.
Yeah, if you're the one that's starting it, then yeah. But if you're not,
Let's get out of this.
I don't see how you can make too much money, man.
Right. I mean, it's long term. It's not that something you can do, but I mean, they show people, you know, like they have people they claim they're doing this 24/7. You know, there was actually, a matter of fact, there was a YouTuber that I was watching about a week ago, who kind of was pointing out that's what he does, and man, he was like 1 hour. You know, he was hyping himself up. Of course, he's like 1 hour work, and I made $2,000. You know, flipping NFTs. I don't know what NFT this motherfucker was buying, but he basically, you know, was talking about. He didn't show all the process, but of course, his boy sitting on the computer doing some bullshit. He had a bunch of screens open too, which was really interesting, and they weren't the stock looking screen. Some it looks like he went to MDAWS and he typed slash directory, and it was just loading all his directories. You know, that's what it looked like. It was like, this motherfucker's a fucking fraud. You know, just by looking at it, like, you know. But you know, I could be wrong. You know, maybe he's a hacker or whatever, right? You know, he's probably from 4chan or something. But then his boy was like, yeah, see, and then he showed them the outcome. You know, after an hour of work, and they made like $2,000 in an hour.
Shit, I like to make $2,000 in an hour. But I don't want to have to fucking do all of that bullshit though.
You gotta buy NFTs, man.
Man, that shit is just too weird, bro.
Dude, buy a Bored Ape.
Fuck that. How much does that shit cost right now?
I don't know, a lot.
It's like a few $100,000, no?
Okay, I can look. Let me see. Bored Ape Stupid Club. I just saw it. OpenSea sucks. There they are. So the floor price is 103.9 Ethereum. So let's convert that. 103 point what? 9. So the cheapest ape will go for $267,668.
How much?
$267,668.
That's a lot, dude.
Dude, just buy one.
That's a lot of fucking money, bro. What am I supposed to do here?
My arrow can't get through all that stuff covering it.
Great. Nah, fuck that. That's a lot, bro.
Just buy it, dude. Come on, man. That's what content creators do now. You be like that Paul guy, whatever his name is.
Oh, Jake Paul.
Yeah, be like Kim and just say, guys, come on, guys, you know, Pokemon guys,
Yo, guys.
guys. He made a lot of money with that NFT, man. He made over $1 million something when he sold that NFT that failed, that stupid one with him playing like a controller or something. He made like $1 million something, man. People bought it. People bought it, and but then it dropped so hard, and then people lost money because it was just a dud.
Dudes be scamming, bro.
Yeah, that's how he got it, but people don't want to admit it. You know, people thinking that he's their friend or some shit.
Well, he thinks that people. Well, he just plays off of people being so gullible, you know, and that he's so wholesome, you know, that he wouldn't dare do something like that or whatever, you know. Like, come on, dude, really? You know? I don't know, man. People be on that bullshit, bro. It's just weird, man. I don't know, man.
You should message what's that doofus name again? Angry Joe. Message him and tell him to be on the show and ask him how he feels about NFTs. I know he hasn't talked about it.
Oh, he hasn't?
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about him say anything negative about it. I think, yeah, I don't think so. I haven't seen it. Maybe he has. Maybe up to his hidden group chats that he does, but I haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I usually watch his videos so I can just write, you know, bad comments on it. Hashtag bad comments.
Just troll him in the chat, you know?
Just troll the chat, man. Be like, what's up? What's up, bro? My guy.
Man, I don't know, man. That NFT shit, no good, bro. I don't think there's anything good coming from that bullshit.
I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I think it's gonna hang out for a while. I mean, people are definitely gonna hang on to it because it's a quick buck, like I said. I mean, you know, imagine a kid, right? Imagine a kid that bought a shitty NFT for, I don't know, 0.0000 something 1 Solana, and he flips it and he gets like $100 for it, right? Somehow he gets lucky. I mean, that for that kid, man, that'd be like a hype, you know. That dude be like, "Oh man, you know, $100."
Let us make
Yeah.
our
Oh,
way
yeah, of
back up.
course.
And he was gonna do it again. And then that's when you start losing. You know, you start losing your money because you think you're gonna get your money back, but not all of them work the same.
Yeah. And that's
Again, oh no, go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
No, that's fine. I was just gonna say something stupid.
No, I was just gonna say that that's how all those coins work, man. They just go to the next one, right? Isn't that what people do? Like they'll just go to the next one. Like they'll just get money on one, and then next thing you know, they just move it to another one, and they keep moving it to another one, right?
Yeah, buy another one. They get whitelisted. They do the whole process all over again.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, but you know the main thing is the amount of money it costs. That's always been the thing that bothers me the most. I wish it was to be cheaper. If it was cheaper, I would experiment. You know, I'd be like throwing money around, like, oh, let's see if this works. But nah, man. I know the ones that are super low are super sketchy because I've seen it already. Those are the ones that got rug pulled, and then the other ones that are kind of way too expensive. They seem legit, and their whole white pages and their whole website, everything. I mean, it looks interesting, but I just don't care enough for it. You know, maybe I lost out on a lot of deals, but I just don't care about it enough. Like I said, I'd rather put my money in like something physical, like a physical asset, than digital one.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes more sense for something like that, bro. It's more proven, you know. It does not to say that, you know, oh, you can't be, you know, within the technology or doubting technology and what it could do for us and all of that shit, but it's not about that. You know, it's just shit sketchy, bro.
Yeah, there's too many sketchy people you know, abusing it already, and I think it's very hard to find one that is good unless you have, like I said, inside information. Was your friend doing it or something like that? You know, like you know what's going down, and then you know you can be a part of the project. You can be like what do you call it, an angel investor, or what do you call the other one, a stealth investor, all that crapping titles they got. I mean, then it will make sense. But I mean, if you're, man, if you just go and look and you see these projects, I mean, some of them even take a while for them to boost up, and some of the stuff they
Where are you
promise
taking
seems
me
just
back?
way too far fetched, man. Like it seems like they're not gonna be able to do it. Like you hear their team, like how many people on their team? They have like 2 guys. So they have 2 guys, and they want to make a whole game world like GTA. I don't think that's gonna happen. You know, I mean, maybe they could, maybe, but I don't see it happening because so
Yeah.
far those the other one they got rug pulled that I saw live. That one was also a promise of a game, something like GTA. You get to steal a car, but it looked like Minecraft, bunch of other crap, and that got rug pulled. It looked like shit. It looked like garbage. Like I saw, like people were begging the guy to show like gameplay, and yo, even in his
Oh,
video
look.
recording, that shit was
A blue
lagging.
door that's
Like
not.
the frame rate was
Understandable.
terrible. He was hyping it up. He
How
was
do you
like,
expect
while
me
he
to
was
reach it?
playing, getting fucked up. He was like, "Whoa, guys, whoa!" Like like it was embarrassing. It was really embarrassing, man. And people ate that shit up, man. People were like, "Wow, that's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see." Let's go. They're right. Like, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, it's always like that, right?
Yeah, it's stupid. Let's fucking go.
Come on, guys, let's fucking go.
Yeah, they want to sound like that dude from that fighting game shit. The guy who always says, "Let's." What's his name again? You know,
Which guy?
that white guy with the long, blonde hair. He always plays fighting games. In his intro, he says, "Let's go."
Oh, Max.
Max, right? That's what they're trying to copy a bit. They all want to be like him, probably. Let's go, guys. Street Fighter.
Max.
That dude's been around, dude.
That dude is old, bro.
Yeah, that dude's been around. I remember when he first started out around there. I didn't like the channel.
I remember Max, yeah. He's still around, too.
Yeah, but he upgraded his shit, man. I mean, his show definitely got upgraded. I saw I watched it like last year, and he definitely has like a really nice intro now and stuff. Because when he first started out, his shit was whack, pretty bad. But I guess that's how everybody starts out, right?
You gonna
Well,
carry
yeah,
that
I
everywhere?
mean,
Or
and not
just
just
my-
that. I mean, he has a lot of deals, too. Sponsorship deals and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty famous now.
Dude is set.
Maximilian, dude, yeah. Just crazy. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, here we go.
Big ass crystal, man.
What happened?
That's a big ass crystal.
Oh, yeah. That shit's crazy.
Shows you that Kratos is like his strength, man.
Yeah, the guy's OP. Guess am I supposed to do it from here? I suppose.
There's nothing good in the cans either.
No?
Nope, no action. I've just been posting some photos, my usual trolling photos,
Shit posting?
shit posting. Yep.
I don't know, man. We'll have to see. I'm pretty sure that executive order is coming sometime
You
soon.
can
Honestly.
reach the bowl now.
Uh-huh.
Canada thing. It sounded like the Canada truck drivers got through,
What does
and
this
now
mean?
homeboy here is running. He's hiding or something. They said
Remember the shape.
Yeah.
that
I know.
what's his name? Tollenball, whatever his name is.
Who?
The Canadian dude.
Oh,
The guy
Trudeau.
who. That's his name. The guy who looked like Castro when he was young.
The president, right? Or the whatever the fuck his name is.
Is that the younger guy, the guy with the big. He's kind of young looking.
Yeah, the
one
prime
that-
minister.
Yeah, that dude. Yeah. He's hiding now, apparently. He's hiding because he fears for his life. So him and his family, they're saying that
Go ahead.
he's hiding now.
Greatest man or
I
tallest
wonder
tree
why though. I wonder
begins as
why
a
he's
war.
hiding though. Like, why would a
Yeah,
prime minister need to
let's see.
hide?
Stupid rig.
Probably thinks that the truck drivers are gonna jump him. Probably.
I guess.
So, door after all.
I don't know, man. It's
What-
fucking weird.
Politics is weird.
Yeah, it doesn't get us anywhere, honestly. Just causes more problems, man.
Hmm.
Oh shit, what's this? I don't know, man. We'll have to see, man. We'll have to see what Sony does too, man. I think by the end of the year we'll have an idea, man, of what their play is, and we'll know also what Microsoft is going to do, because I'm sure they're not done yet.
Yep, Microsoft got that money, man. So, but definitely PlayStation has to. I hope that's just not their plan, dude. I really hope that they're not,
Great.
thinking like their VR headset and all that other crap is gonna be their ace in the hole. Because if that's what they think, man, oh well,
I hate that guy.
He will be
Yeah,
back.
I don't think PSVR is it, bro. Like it'll be good for a few people, but I don't know, man. I just don't see it being
We really gotta go back down here again?
the
Do
one.
you
You know what I'm
see any
saying?
other way?
Right. I mean, they don't. I mean, every time I look at PlayStation VR stuff, I
Then
just
we
see
go
the same
back to
stuff
where we
over and
came.
over.
The
So
lift.
I mean, it should be the same stuff overall, just with better graphics, I guess.
Yeah, well, not well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's probably gonna be 1080p this time.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see it being. I mean, yeah, it'll be a novelty, man. That's what I think, man. I think it'll be a novelty. I don't really see it really kicking off yet. Nah. No, I mean, I know they just had that Resident Evil 4 VR, which people really like. But then again, it's fucking Resident Evil 4 we're talking about, right? So it's kind of a no-brainer, almost. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking Resident Evil 4, man. You know?
There isn't a way back up from here, you know?
But
I know.
I
They
don't
need to
know.
buy. They need to buy Capcom.
Sony?
Yeah.
They might. They'll try, I think. I can see that happening, but
Because out of all the zombie genre, which is the most popular one? I mean, it goes way back. It would be Resident Evil, right?
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it would be Resident Evil, but I mean, yeah, it would be. It would, but I don't know. Have you played any of the online stuff for Resident Evil?
I played the first Outbreak.
Mm.
I played that one, but that RE-verse, I think there was one that came out with Resident Evil 3, and that shit like never, like that shit was still in beta and shit. You know what I mean? Like that shit it was still in beta.
And that's the thing too, man. The thing about that shit is like, if let's say hypothetically they do, let's say they buy Resident Evil, right, and they go with that approach, and then they go and, what kind of online stuff can they do? You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna follow the trend, right? Imagine making like a fucking battle royale of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what can they do? Like, have Nemesis. If a person gets like 30 kills or whatever, he turns into Nemesis, kills everybody. I mean, it'd be weird, Like, what can you do with online with Resident Evil?
Can't do too much, honestly.
You can, right? You're like pretty limited, I think.
It is pretty limited. There's not too much you can really do, honestly.
Now, if it was DayZ, because I mean, but that game was also kind of like niche in a way. Like you saw a lot of like PC players playing that mainly, but like DayZ or something like that, I can't, maybe right? They can probably do something like that.
Well, a lot of people are really interested in this Dying Light game coming out, Dying Light 2. I don't know if it's already out, but I see a lot of people.
Game, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I never played that. I seen the first one. It was like parkour and all that shit.
I think so. I don't really know, honestly, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, you gotta play more zombie games, man.
I gotta get into
My
that
guy.
zombie hype shit.
We gotta get into zombies.
And fuck that. Okay, what am I supposed to do here?
That's the future, man. Zombies and what else? What is another trendy shit? Zombies and what?
Battle
That's it,
Royale.
right? Battle royales, right? Yeah, that's it. They should make a zombie battle royale.
I'm sure somebody's probably thought of it, you know?
But it has to be like aggressive zombies. I hate the slow shit. Like the slow ones, they walk around like, nah, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be like that. What's that one with Brad Pitt? That movie when there was those fucking zombies were running like
World War Z.
Yeah. Those zombies had like sneakers on or some shit. I think they were sneakerheads.
Yeah, they had fucking UAs.
Amazing. fucking I don't know. They had like Air Force Ones and shit.
They had fucking Jordans and shit, bro. They were wearing Air Maxes.
A lot of people bought the pennies, man. Pennies won.
It didn't come out yet.
So what? Show them a picture or something. See, buy these guys. Buy penny ones.
My
Don't
guy.
buy it from my guys. Yo, my guys. I can't believe they really say that. I was laughing because I was like, you know, I was watching on a video and you told me that, you know, and I'm watching. I'm like, this dude was like, my guy. I was like, oh man, they really done that.
Oh man, people
And
love
then-
saying that stupid fucking shit, bro.
And then on Discord, remember I told you that they were like, yo, my guy. Like, they really say that.
Bro, they say that shit like that, bro.
Yo, my guy. Like, I'm not your guy, bro. Fuck are you?
Who are you, stranger?
Yo, my guy.
Yeah, they love
Yo.
that.
Those sneakers are fake. How do you know? They smell funny.
My guy. Yeah, that's what they do, man. These people love that shit.
The shape of the heel is not an hourglass shape. It's not 10 degrees on each side. Therefore, it's fake.
Yeah,
My guy.
it doesn't have the pinch.
Doesn't have that pinch, right?
Plan on carrying the crystal everywhere like the last one?
Oh
If
man.
need be.
Dude, you gotta get. I gotta get some Gordons.
You should, man. Why not?
I should. Dude, yo, man, I messaged that doofus with those Adidas ones, those crazy ones with the wings that look like came from fucking Diablo. Yo, I said to him like, yo, my guy, $300, and he rejected it. He wants 1,000. I was like, 1,000 for Adidas? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Nah, bro. 1,000 for Adidas? No way.
Yeah, even with the wings, man. I'm like, yeah, I just like it because it just looks like Diablo armor. But my guy, no, not for 1,000.
No, fuck that. Okay, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? Okay, so
What I should have wrote to him was, I should have said, listen, your career is being an actor, because that's what he claimed. He wrote his whole bio on eBay for some reason. Like, I don't know, it was weird. So I should have told him like, your career as an actor would never happen. You're terrible at it. Don't go to Broadway. Nobody's gonna watch you. By the way, sell me the shoes for a discount. I'm not paying 1,000.
no, fuck that. I wouldn't pay 1,000 either.
But I'm definitely gonna get those penny ones though, because I always wanted those shoes when I was a kid.
I think they're nice. I like I said, I would try to get them. I really would, honestly.
Watch, I'm gonna get them, and that airball was gonna pop. I'm gonna be walking, and it go plop. Well, actually, they don't pop, right? They go psst, right through the hissing sound.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit. I remember that happened to me once.
I told you that we had a guy in my class. He was a tall ass motherfucker, man. And I don't know what the fuck he did, man, but he had those nice ones. They had to special order. He had big ass feet, and I think he had it for like 3 days, man. And his air bubble just got fucking exploded in the bag, like the tire. Big ass hole too. And every time he walked, when it rained, you get plop, 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 plop. Like damn, son, fucking ruined those shoes. How much do you weigh? Like fucking ton? And he's like, I don't know what happened, but it's like you said. I think that he was dragging his fucking heel. That's what happened.
Yeah, he probably has heel drag.
Yeah, because he was a tall ass dude. For his age, he was really tall, man. That dude had to be like 6+, like 6'4", man. He was a real tall ass dude. His name was Antoine the Giant. He kind of talked like Shaq too. Kind of slow, like
Like Shaq. Oh man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if I can get those pennies. I'll try. I don't know. I'll think about it.
You should make a review when you get them, dude. Just fucking show them off. Be like, okay, guys, you gotta do it like these sneakerhead guys. You gotta have like that crazy background. You have to have that whole wall full of sneakers, you know, and look like you haven't slept for a while, you know. and then just do your review, you know. 'Cause that's how they all look. They all look like fucking a mess.
I gotta look shocked when I do it too.
Yeah, you gotta look shocked, and you gotta be like, oh god, look at this, and it smells. You gotta smell it. Like, take that deep breath. Like, yeah, that smells good.
Oh man.
They take that shit serious, man. That's some serious shit. I never knew people really took sneakers that serious.
Oh, they do, man. Absolutely.
But but they they made it into a business. They resell it, and it makes sense. I mean, that's why they don't mess around with it, because they know they're gonna resell that shit,
We can use the same sand bowl that
even though
brought
some of them might be fake.
I want to get out of here.
That's my favorite concept, is the fake ones.
How am I supposed to do here?
Kill those guys. Push the kid.
I guess I'm supposed to
Can
go
you can
here.
you push him?
Nah.
Oh, that's whack.
Oh, there we go. Oh shit, son. This guy wants beef, bro.
The SOCOM game you was playing, was that on your PC as well?
Yeah. But it's an emulator.
But it works online though.
Yep. And they have their own private server.
Dude, that dude was trying to hump.
He tried to say I was his guy.
Yeah, he was hitting my guy. He was trying to take your sneakers. He doesn't have any.
Yeah. He got a little jealous.
This dude's barefoot. What, he got sandals?
I think so.
The graphics look nice. I like the movement.
Oh, where is he? Where is he? There he is.
I saw that new hype on the chance regarding the back rooms. Like I guess they got it from X, from the X forums and stuff, and they're talking about like the back rooms. Like people like are clipping into this ultra reality and shit. Some clown made a video of it, like kind of like the Slenderman shit. They and basically people are clipping into these back rooms, basically like their rooms, like I don't know, if I understand the concept. Sounds like almost like altered reality, like you clip through a wall and you end up in this space you're not supposed to be in, kind of like a developer room, and people walk around.
In Chance or what?
Yeah, it's from Chance, but I saw it also on X. Poll, and then they have X, the other form. So they also have it on X as well, so I'm checking out there too. I was reading about it. I was like, man, people really believe this shit, man. That shit's crazy. I can't believe people really believe it. It kind of reminds me of the Slenderman thing, Like some people thought that Slenderman was like the real shit, that he was talking to them. Like, it's fucking crazy.
I'm trying to remember that
Psych-
Slenderman shit. What was that?
Some fucking skinny ass fag with a suit, long ass arms, has no face. That was a pale skin looking thing. And he just basically tried to convert kids or get kids involved with some shit. And then the biggest case was like these two girls or one girl, I can't remember. She killed another girl because Slenderman told her to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I would do to Slenderman people. I would just go Spartan Rage on that because they're just stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. That's
Let me guess. You're gonna
I
get smug
believe in
and say you told me you
Slenderman.
shouldn't get involved.
That is
Bitch.
enough.
Can we
Yeah, I
go
think I
now?
remember
Do
hearing
you
about this.
remember the answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, people believe it. Like these we call them creepypasta bullshits, and people believe this crap. I mean, I get it. Like, I get that some people are just really bored and shit, and they want some interesting thing in their life. But
Only time you want to
Come
talk
on,
to
bro.
us when you need
Do you want to tell me something?
I said the
Say,
only
like-
time
like
you care
really-
to talk to me is when you need me to translate for you. If Mom was
If
here,
your mother was still alive, we would not
yeah, but some
be here
people
at
take it to
all.
the heart. Usually, a lot of young cats too. They're just bored, I guess, with their lives. So,
Atreus.
forget it.
but that's the new thing now is the
Right.
back rooms. You're like, oh, I think I had a dream about that. There's one guy who's saying like, I had a dream I was in the back room and I was walking and I saw some shit with sirens. I was like, a sirens. I remember reading there was some fucking
So,
monster creature. There was a siren head, and so he brought that up. I was like, oh god, people, big imaginations.
Oh,
People are weird, bro.
Not like you would even care
I
if
mean,
she
he
was.
should at least be funny about
Mind
like, oh,
your
I had a
tongue,
dream that I
boy.
shit myself. Then I'll be
Until our
like,
journey is over,
I
one
can
of us
relate to
must
that.
remain focused. Do not mistake my
Oh
silence for
man,
lack of
I'm
grief.
just gonna wait till I get to this temple.
Mourn how you
I'm gonna
wish.
save this.
Leave me to my own.
Man, hurry up and
How
roll
long
this
is-
stupid boat.
2 hours already?
The stream?
Sorry.
Yeah, a little over 2
Dang,
hours.
dude.
I didn't
It's
realize.
like record.
Yeah. Just
Why
waiting
would
for this
you?
shit to end. Hurry up, man.
Dude, just
Do not know my
punch your
ways.
kid, dude. Look at his face,
It
man.
has not been
He
easy.
looks like he's fucking on crack or something, bro.
Yeah, his son looks weird. He has like an old man's face and shit. Doesn't look right. Always look kind of weird.
In the light, I felt only
Creator looks
moments
younger,
pass.
which makes no
If
sense.
that is of some comfort to you.
Looks like he's on drugs, bro. He's like, he's on meth or some shit.
Yeah, you should hit him with that paddle.
Should we go back to Midgard? Face the Black Breath?
Can't.
Or do you think there's more to see in this realm?
I don't know. I don't think there's any more to see right now. And even if there was, I don't really care.
What were you telling me about Mom's war?
What?
She walked
What
the
are you saying? You don't like God of
but
War?
her war was to live on.
No, I'm just trying to get this
Brave and
fucking
unforgiving
chapter over
world
with.
alone.
And that's why she
Man,
has sent
no, you gotta
back to
enjoy
my
God of
parents?
War, man. Yo, you're
We
gonna
have
make
the
the
strength
fans
to
get
wield
pretty
such
salty.
weapon.
Yeah,
Wisdom
you got some
teaches
pretty
the way.
rabid fans.
She found purpose in
Yep.
protecting the weapon.
You're gonna get attacked. They're gonna say that
You
you don't
know
have a
about the elf?
PlayStation.
No.
They're gonna say a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
You don't have a
surprised.
PS5.
How observant.
You're not getting the full
known for my
experience.
attention to detail.
What do you have for
There's an
me?
abandoned temple in Midgard that a fellow
son of a
dwarf
bitch.
converted to his personal storeroom.
I hate this guy.
Packed it with all sorts of treasures he collected during his travels throughout the realms.
Throughout the realms? Which ones did he go to? What did he collect?
Fafnir was a, shall we say, aggressive.
I thought
collector
yesterday
of
was
magical
fucking Thursday.
artifacts.
I'm glad
The
today
more
is
he
Saturday.
acquired, the more
Oh,
he
but it had
desired.
to
No
snow.
realm too dangerous, no relic too hazardous.
Kill that
He
guy.
once ventured
Yeah, this
deep
guy's
into
He killed-
Niflheim for a whetstone of all things.
Take his armor.
Huh.
Yeah, I lied, but I
Bet that
take
was
his
quite the
armor actually.
whetstone.
Does this story have a point?
Yes, it does.
It looks like you're gonna hit him with
I
the
just
axe.
happen to have an entry stone to Fafnir's storeroom. You might find something useful in there.
Neat. Thanks, Sindri.
You're
Did
very
you try the
welcome.
Diablo
Oh, and, if
PTO,
you
whatever the
find
fuck it's
that
PTR?
called?
No, I'm thinking
well,
about doing that actually.
Sure would be nice of you to bring it to me.
I really am. I
You
might.
should check it out to see if it fries your like computer.
I'd
So they're
advise
saying people are
caution
getting
when
graphical
heading to the
errors on it
store.
with it.
Last I
If it
read,
fries it,
all manner of
then I won't try it.
had taken up residence.
Yeah, I might
Won't
have
your
to
friend
try
be
it
upset
then.
if we steal all of his stuff?
Try it.
Oh,
Let me know. Then
No,
I
not
can
at all.
watch. Like
He's
you know,
dead.
remember to stream it too. So if it does
Oh.
fry, I'll see like your last
No, you
reaction.
don't need to be
Like
sorry.
no,
These things happen when one travels from realm to realm.
Blizzard,
Priceless
fuck you,
artifacts
Blizzard.
No,
that don't
Blizzard, you
belong to
motherfuckers. You son of a bitch. Oh, so I have to walk over there and all of this shit?
Dude, you need a fucking car in this game.
Yeah.
You better talk to Rockstar.
Yeah, fuck this shit.
Tell them you want a Batmobile.
I'm done for now.
What? This game's mad fun, dude.
I'm done for
Yeah,
now.
I think you need new armor, dude. That rag
Probably.
shit is kind of like played out and stuff. It's like your Kratos is poor or something.
He's tired, man. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here. Let me just go and get back here. Get this off the screen.
Yo, we should try to reach out to some of these other YouTubers and see if they want to hang out. Be like, yo, we need to talk to you. We need you on the stream.
Do you guys want to be friends?
Yeah, you guys want to chill? Oops.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here, guys. So, Seth, anything else you want to add to the stream before we cut it off, man, and about the topics and anything like that?
Nope, everything is pretty much covered, I believe. Definitely, hopefully, PlayStation will get their ducks in a row and have a power play move ready, because I think that Xbox already has the next loaded cannon round ready to fire.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Like, this was just the first warning shot. Well, I mean, the Bethesda was probably the first warning shot. This is already the first, I guess you could say, invasion, maybe. moving the
They
troops.
they chinked Sony's armor.
Yeah, and it's
So
cracked.
the armor's cracked. It's cracked. Yep.
And now they're gonna go for the fucking destruction of it, I guess. So I'm gonna head on out, everyone. So for Sephiroth and for Aliens, this has been Gamer's Opinion, right? Episode 13. And we'll see you next week. Hopefully, we'll have some more news and we can go and discuss that. So, until next time, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Peace.